Sportsnet, why? Why are you like this? Why is Sportsnet like this? I had to enter my info into Sportsnet earlier today, and it's making me do it again. Like, what are we doing here? Frickin' Rogers, man. Let me watch the game, please. All right. We are here, folks. How are we doing tonight? I just saw the line combination. Just saw the line combinations, and oh boy. I don't know what he's doing, dude. All right, we had David here early. OG Savage, welcome back. Robert, how you doing? Scoop Kitty Litter, how are you? Boosh for Norris, good to see you again. Immersion, always a pleasure. Tin, how you doing against my Eastern Conference team? Hey, no worries, Tin. Get ready for a spanking, says Jax. Well, I mean, that's the Oilers these days. They either get spanked or they will spank, and who knows how it'll go tonight. What's going on, Andrew? What's going on, Steven? Ty, good to see you again. No, Gordon, you cannot. No. we'll oil up the Oilers. I don't need oiled up right now. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. That's funny though. All right, so these were the line combos for practice, by the way, or for like the not practice, like in warm up. I've got to go back to watching the Sabres. Yo, Sabres are having a great time right now. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? I had a couple fantastic... Oh, my God. What on earth? I'm not even going to read that. But I am glad, Anthony. I'm glad. What's going on, Human Notes? Good to see you again. Leafs... Dude, I saw Nylander accidentally hit Stolars in the neck in warm-up. Hey, what's going on, Salvi? Feeling a goal from Wallman? I hope you're right, Devour Livers. What a name. All of the Pacific teams have lost. Yep. What's going on, Spider-Man? Welcome back. New to the chat. Excited for the game. How you doing, Helen? Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay. Chat gets a little bit crazy, but it's a fun time. Leafs gave up 43 shots. Yeah, they played Ottawa tonight, right? Hey, my Saturday's going great, Justin. How has your Saturday been? Put some oil on the dry saddle. Oh, my God. Didn't expect my good feel. Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burst you. Hey, you can still have a good feeling, right? I didn't mean to burst that. Human Notes with the $2 super chat. Got my 12-month colors. Let's go. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love to you. Thank you so much. 6'3 Lightning says Spider-Man. So, you know, I want to be optimistic. I know in my pregame report I said 5'3 Lightning. I want to be optimistic and say Edmonton is going to prove me wrong. But we're going back to Nuge, McDavid, and Hyman. Would you not want Nugent Hopkins centering his own line in the absence of Leon Draisaitl? Like, these line combos are kind of like, they're strange to me. I don't know if I understand them. Yeah, that was unfortunate, Mystic. I hope you still had a blast, though. I hope you still had a blast. How many games for Greer? I wanted it to be 10 or more. It's going to be 5 or less because it is not an in-person hearing. So I hope they at least go the max for a phone hearing, which is 5 games. Savoy did get bumped. Yeah, he's bumped to the third line with Szymanski and Rozovic. Through no fault of Savoy's own, by the way. With just big luck and an opportunity to win. You know what? I'm with you, Alive Bang. I want this team to win so dang bad tonight. From Jasper. Hey, what's going on, God, man? Jasper, beautiful, beautiful town. I absolutely adore that place. Just gets mashed up every... Well, not only that, like, I don't mind if you're changing lines sometimes, but he changed all the lines before the game against Florida. And then the last 2 days... Like, at practice, these are not what the lines were. I don't get it. True. Well, hopefully he gets, like, suspended for real. Right now is probably the best time to call Hudson and Howard up. I don't know who they'd replace. Right? Who would you replace with those two? Hope all is well. Hey, all is going well with me, Dean. I hope everything is going well with you as well. What did the guy say in the last stream? I'm not going to repeat what was said on why that person got banned. We'll just end it there. I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating what was said. Chemistry is going to be wonky going into the playoffs. That's what I mean. Like, guys just don't have any familiarity with each other. Did Knobloch change the lines again? Yeah, the lines that I just had on the screen are completely different. So this is what they worked with in practice. I'm just going to show you guys what the lines were in practice. Savoy with McDavid and Hyman, Podkolzin, Nuge, Kapanen, Jones, Dickinson, Rozovic, Szymanski, Henrique, Yarventi. Right? I'll let you just get familiar with those lines. Let you get familiar with them. And then this is what he goes with now. Nuge, McDavid, Hyman, Podkolzin, Dickinson, Kapanen, Savoy, Szymanski, Rozovic. Every single line is different than what he worked on in practice. It's so weird. It's so weird. They should put Jari in so Ingram can get rest. I am curious about how much rest actually affects a goalie. Obviously, this is Ingram's 5th consecutive start. And though he was not at fault against Florida, obviously you can't win a hockey game when the team in front of you scores 0 goals. Ingram didn't look as sharp as he has in previous games against Florida. I thought maybe they would go to Jari tonight, but I don't know. Does any other coach change the lines every time? Not that I'm aware of, man. Well, maybe not that bad, but he has been struggling. Ty Emerson's back in the lineup. Look at Paul Coffey having a conversation with Ty Emerson. They're having a laugh. That's good. Good to see the boys at least loose on the bench right now. They're having a blast. Cole Caulfield just had a hat trick, 43 goals on the season. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty cool. When was the last time a Montreal Canadian scored 40 goals in a season? Other than Caulfield this year, obviously. Literally every single line is different, SJL, than what they worked on in practice. Every single line is different. Has it really been that long, Spud? No way. Fire Nurse. Bet $20 that within a period that the lines will be back to the lines against San Jose. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised, Potato. Wouldn't be surprised. Just before the game, you're told that you're being moved to the third line. Well, that's right. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Listen, if the team comes out, they're on fire, they go up 2 or 3-0 in the first period, and we're feeling great, then yeah, I'll be like, hey, well, you know what? The line changes worked this time. But if they come out flat, there's going to be problems. Just let Jari start one period. Unfortunately, in the National Hockey League, they don't really do that. The only coach that would ever do that is Mike Keenan used to do that. He used to just pull his goalies all the time. Push the poop. Yep. Happy Saturday. What's going on, Daniel? Also good to see you, Dr. Sandwich. Good to see you, Kyle. Knob's logic makes no sense, but glad Emberson is back. Me too. I'm glad Emberson is back. I think he'll be not much better next to Wallman than Stastny has been. Odds of the lines getting changed mid-game. I think the odds of the lines being changed within the first 10 minutes of the first period are pretty high. Not even mid-game, first period. Prognosis for this game, not good. You see, this is when the team comes out and dominates, right? When the fans think that they're not going to do well or that they won't win, that's when this team finds a way to prove us all wrong. So it's tough for me to go against this energy because we've seen this team do that. Predict a blowout loss or a very tight win. Okay. I see that. Yarventi hat trick trust. Do you have the script? Do you have the script, noob? That loss was devastating to me. That was brutal. The Oilers just were hanging on to that lead all game, man. Picks was so good. That was Calvin Pickard's not only best game of the season, but that was probably one of his best games as an Edmonton Oiler. That game against Tampa back in, what was it, November? Draisaitl will return from the heavens. Missed the 2014-15 Oilers when they completed their season goal of finishing almost last and winning the draft lottery. I love how Buffalo and Arizona that year were literally actively tanking, and the Oilers weren't actively tanking. The Oilers were just that bad under Dallas Eakins. They had the third worst record in the league that season, and then they won the lottery for the McDavid sweepstakes. That's crazy. How bad do we get dismantled tonight? I don't think we're going to get dismantled. I think if it's a loss, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. If it's a win, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. Any thoughts about farm system videos? Yeah, I'd like to start incorporating maybe one video a week to Bakersfield. Like, hey, this week in Bakersfield, and then just go over what they did over the past week, what their record was, highlight different players. I think that would be pretty fun to do. All righty. The puck has dropped for the first period. Let's see how we do. Here's Szymanski now. He'll try and get into the middle for Savoy, which I kind of like that the Szymanski-Savoy-Rosvik line is starting for Edmonton. Give them a chance to get their legs out from under them early. I like that Szymanski was at least bumped up from the fourth line. So here's Jake Wallman behind his net. He's going to reset. He'll play a pass up the right wing to Savoy, into the middle to Rosvik, 2-on-2. Rosvik on his backhand. He's going to get pressured. Shot towards the goal. That's an easy save by Vasilevsky. And here's Dickinson is out there now. I was like, who the heck is that big guy? No, that's Jason Dickinson. I'm still not used to Dickinson in the lineup just because he's only played a few games. Hey, Coolistic, good to see you. How you doing? Can you tell Franklin thank you for getting my girlfriend interested in hockey? Of course. We'll even have Franklin in here probably a little bit later, or even after the game, depending how the game finishes. Here come the Lightning now through the neutral zone. 2-on-2. Jake Gensel from Moser. Here's Braden Point. He'll cycle the puck down low. Good cutoff by Murphy. He's trying to pass it up to Podkolzin, and that'll just get backhanded down the ice towards the... that was on net, so not icing. What's going on, Darsh? How do we have more wins than Tampa? We don't. Tampa is 42, 21, and something. Hold on. I'll get their record. Give me a second. They are 42, 21, and 4. That was my bad. I didn't have that set up. That was the Florida Panthers record. Yeah, that was my apologies. Thank you for correcting me on that. Puck is going to be sent in deep. Zach Hyman chases after it. All the Pacific teams lost today. Literally every single other Pacific team is lost. San Jose lost. Vegas lost. Oh, man. Hyman overskated the puck. Here comes Nikita Kucherov. He'll stop up towards the net, and a save by Connor Ingram. I think each team has one shot on net now. Savoy, Szymanski, Rosvik kid line. Well, Rosvik's not quite a kid, but it's like a 2/3 kid line, and I like that. You like these lines? Well, I think I understand the logic of Nuge with McDavid and Hyman. Like, that's a line that just, it just works, right? We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I hope it works out. I am open-minded. I'm not going to be too angry about it, but hey, what's going on, Mr. Doom? Good to see you. Here's the puck behind the Tampa net. You have 3 Oilers down low trying to come up with it for checking. Nice job by Adam Henrique. Henrique, he'll play it to the point. Wallman with a shot towards the goal. That deflects off the blocker into the corner. And this fourth line for Edmonton getting in to the action here. Puck will be flipped into the neutral zone. Nice job by Rosvik to glove that down, and he'll skate that in. Look at Rosvik. Nice move trying to get around the defense. He's pressured there. I don't know. Who's that big guy on Tampa? He's wearing a cage right now. Did a good job keeping Rosvik to the outside. Here's the puck sent back into the Oilers zone off the glove of Murphy. Was there an update on Frederick? Not that I've seen. I don't know what the issue is with Trent Frederick. How long till the lines are shuffled? We were just talking about that before the game started. I said sometime in the first period we'll start to see the shuffle come out. Here's Matt Savoy. He'll just chip it deep into the Tampa zone. Not icing. Oilers will make a change, I'm assuming. Here's Gensel. Brought into the Oilers zone. Behind the Oilers net, Bouchard trying to make a play. He loses it, and here's Braden Point to Moser across the ice. Into the middle. Here's Zach Hyman now trying to play it forward, and here's Connor McDavid. He's one-on-one. McDavid, 2-on-1, shoots. Oh, and he hit the inside of the post. It stayed out. Oh, man. I like the McDavid shot, though. I like that he made it. I like that he shot it. I like that Connor McDavid shot the puck and then, Connor Ingram's going to keep that puck alive. Okay. Keep the play going. Oh, no. And Zach Hyman, I don't think was really prepared there. Tampa brings the puck back in. Ekholm's going to have to get chased back into his own zone. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He reverses it back to Ekholm. Here's Cirelli now. The puck is going to be dumped in. Cirelli's going to chase after it against Podkolzin. Out there with Kucherov is Cirelli. Podkolzin was tripped up. No call. Here's Brandon Hagel now. Hagel into the middle. Shot towards the goal, and that went just wide of the net. Another shot towards the Edmonton net, and that deflects wide again. Kucherov plays it to the point. Into the middle. Here's Hagel. To the right circle. Kucherov with a shot attempt, and that deflected off of Ekholm. And the Oilers are kind of hemmed in their own zone here. They're going to play it up, and McDavid will, with speed. Here comes Connor McDavid again. He's at a long shift. He'll go behind the Tampa net. Plays it back to the blue line. Nobody there for Edmonton as they were in the middle of a change. And then there's going to be an offside on Kapanen, it looks like. Yeah, he was with us on both cup runs. Corey Perry, that is. Yo, what's up, Mauricio? How you doing? The one time he shoots, he hits the post. I know. All right, defensive zone face-off for the Oilers. I love you and miss you at the same time. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll send the puck in deep into the Tampa zone. Max Jones on the forecheck goes after it. Roby Yarventi in his first Oilers game, not his first National Hockey League game, his first game as an Oiler, got in on the forecheck there. And here's Yanni Gourde. Gourde cycles the puck around the boards off the half wall. And oh man, what a hit by Yarventi. And here's Henrique to Jones. Jones can't get the puck in deep, so he'll have to reset there, but eventually gets the puck in. Yarventi. So they got Yarventi from the Ottawa Senators 2 years ago in a trade for Xavier Bourgault. Yarventi basically spent all of last season hurt. And then this season, he's done very well with Bakersfield. Has something like 36 points in 50-ish games. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but here's a shot towards the Oilers net. That's an easy save by Ingram. And Darnell Nurse was dancing with someone behind his net there. Not sure what that was all about. Looked like they were doing a little tango together. Hey, what's going on, Kiga? Yeah, Perry was offered more money from the Kings than Edmonton. I think if Edmonton had offered the same amount, but again, it's tough. Like, do you give a 40-year-old $2 or $2.5 million and hope that he can replicate a really high shooting percentage from the season before? Because age curves are a real thing. Like once you hit like 31, 32, the production starts to drop. And then once you hit 36 or 37, well, then that's usually when you plummet off the cliff. And Corey Perry, he's 40 now, 41. But he's still going. Corey Perry's still going strong. So, yeah, GG's to you as well, Adonis. The Panthers, man, you had our number the whole night. It's like Florida knew what was going to happen the whole night before it happened. Yeah, Perry was great. I loved Perry. And Perry brought more than just like a goal scorer's touch, right? He had that like gamesmanship. He knew how to get under guys' skin. Looked like Henry. I didn't have the audio on in my headphones, but it looked like he was like he worked for Sportsnet. It looked like a producer. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Henrique's still going strong. Well, he hasn't scored since October 23rd, so he has 2 goals on the season. The 4th rounder in the Arventi trade was used to get Podkolzin. And then the Oilers traded Evander Kane to Vancouver for the 4th rounder that they traded for Podkolzin, I think, is how that worked. And just terminate. Well, Henrique is not under contract after this season, so Henrique's not under contract after this season. He'll be a free agent. Here's a shot off the face-off. Blocked in front. Another shot, and that's blocked again. Evan Bouchard, he'll spin away from some trouble here. Bouchard will skate it up the ice. Yep, that's right, noob. And I don't like being reminded of that. That was the year that we should have... I mean, Wallstead was the surefire thing, and Ken Holland decided, you know what? I want Xavier Bourgault. I don't want a goalie that we desperately need in the system. Ken Holland, man, just could not draft at all. Tampa in on the forecheck. We're almost 7 minutes into the first period. Shots are 5-3 for Tampa. Here's a play in the middle. Braden Point. Shot attempt was blocked in front. Matthias Ekholm trying to send that puck up the ice, and he will. Top line will come off for Edmonton. Here's Moser. Sends the puck in deep. Darnell Nurse kicks it around his feet, brings it to his forehand. He'll spin away from Cirelli. He'll give it to Podkolzin with speed coming up the right side of the ice. Podkolzin backhands it in behind the Tampa goal. Nice job by Dickinson trying to center it. Here's a shot by Nurse, and that might have been stopped by Vasilevsky. Good play by Nurse to activate. Good centering pass by Dickinson. Would have loved a goal there. Hey, Aninga, how you doing? Good to see you again. Always a pleasure. Yeah, a little bit there, Boosh for Norris, a little bit. I think that's exactly what happened too, Noob. I think Kosa is who they wanted. They went, oh, we didn't get the goalie we wanted. We don't want to take the next best goalie. And now it sounds like the Oilers might try and trade for Kosa in the offseason. So go figure. It's funny we make fun of Nurse because when Nurse is on his game, he is very good. We've seen Nurse play very good hockey, just not much this season, sadly. So not much action here. There's been a lot of dumping, chasing, kind of pucks dead off sticks. There was just an icing call there on Tampa. So what's going on, Sean? How are you? Can we have Wallstead back for Arventi? I don't think that's how that works. Well, Henrique's a free agent, so yeah, I don't think they would re-sign him. There's no way. If they re-signed Henrique after this season, they would be out of their minds. Here's McDavid with speed. He cuts into the middle, brings it to the net, a good save, and now he's Nugent Hopkins with a shot and a big save by Vasilevsky. Holy smokes. 2 really good looks for the Edmonton Oilers. 1 from McDavid, 1 from Nugent Hopkins, and Vasilevsky. He makes 2 big saves. No, we didn't have Wallstead, but we could have drafted him and chose not to. Here's Zach Hyman. He'll play it around in front. McDavid looking to center, comes to Wallman. Wallman with a blast, and that goes just wide of the net. And that puck went out of play. Connor Ingram came from the Utah Mammoth. They had him in their system. Yeah, they traded for future considerations. They traded for Ingram in October, just before the season started. Holland would have chose someone else. Yeah, exactly. Do I think the Oilers will be able to trade Wallman? Is that what you're asking before his extension kicks in? I'm willing to hope. I'm holding out hope that this year is a one-off for Wallman and that he'll get back to his form from last year. We saw how good Wallman was last season for the Oilers. We saw how good he was in the playoffs. I want to say that he's just not 100% this season, but how many players are just not 100% on this team for some reason? Hey, what's going on, Liam? Just got home from church. Let's go, Oilers. There you go. Let's do it. Oh, that's what I mean, right? He's third pairing minutes this season. I think they're hoping that he'll be able to like improve that, right? But again, I just don't know. I don't know if he's hurt. They've said that he was hurt earlier this season. He broke a bone in his foot, I think was his injury. So unless he's still not 100% from that, yeah, he has not been good, Wallman, this season. But they've also asked Wallman to play the right side a lot. They had Wallman with Nurse for a long time, and that didn't work out. Here's Braden Point, brings the puck into the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse does a good job to check him off the puck. Gensel, though, comes up with it. He'll play it to Moser. He'll give it to Gensel across the ice. Here's a shot looking for a pass or a tip in front. Here's Savoy to Szymanski. Szymanski will play it up the left side, and Darnell Nurse does a good job. He'll dump it in deep. Good, simple hockey from Darnell Nurse so far here in the first period. Yes, we are getting close to 10,000 subscribers. Very, very exciting. Cannot wait for that. Pretty crazy that we've only been doing this for 2.5 years and we're already almost 10,000 subs. Love that. Best community on the planet, by the way. Best fans. We're the most engaging. We're the most exciting fans out there. Most importantly, we're the most fun. We are having fun every single day on this channel. Oh, here comes Kasperi Kapanen with speed, stops up, looks for a lane, nice pass in front. Wallman tipped that. I think if Wallman didn't touch that, someone fell. Wallman puts the puck towards the goal, and look at McDavid. He's kind of shrugging his arms like, Wallman, why'd you jump up there? I think if Wallman, now I'm not saying Wallman made a mistake, but I think McDavid would have had a couple looks there if Wallman had just taken an extra half second to read the play. More like McDouble, am I right? Or am I right? Hey, I love McDoubles, man. McDoubles are the best food item at McDonald's. That's usually what I get. Usually McDonald's. Or McDoubles, sorry. Do you think management had any talks about retooling at the deadline? I think those conversations should be like regular, like with your scouting staff, your coaching staff, president of hockey ops. Like, there should always be a realistic outlook for your club. But as long as McDavid and Draisaitl are on this team, I think they're going to do everything they can to be all in every single year. Whether they should be or not, that is not up to me to make that decision. Good general managers find a way. I used to get Big Macs. I used to get Big Macs all the time, but I'm more of a McDouble guy now. Junior chicken. I don't eat the chicken much from McDonald's. Not sure why. Yeah, me too. Trent Frederick was looking good, and he gets hurt. Tuned in the 2024 playoffs. When did you start? I started like that season. So it was November 2023 when I first started uploading videos to YouTube. So yeah, 2 years was November, December, January, February, March. So yeah, 4. That math, 12, 24, 28 months. Been doing it for 28 months. It was just before Woodcroft got fired. Yeah, that was around the time when I think it was just after the loss to San Jose was my first video upload because I was frustrated. I wasn't working and I needed an outlet for my frustration with the team. And I feel like I made a pretty good decision and the community has just reinforced that decision. So I appreciate that. Puck behind the Lightning net, almost said the Panthers. Dickinson fighting for it, trying to grab it. Kapanen's in there too. There's 4 Lightning behind the net, 2 Oilers, and the Lightning are going to come away with it. The Edmonton Oilers are broken. Was that the title of my first video, dude? Little clickbaity. I should actually, that'd be kind of a fun, like when I celebrate 10,000 subscribers, just to kind of like take a look back at some of my older videos, how they differ from today's videos, and that'd be kind of neat. Here's Kucherov. He'll bring it into the zone, centers it out in front to Hagel. He fans on that one. Here's a giveaway, and nice defensive play by Murphy. Didn't allow Point to get a good shot there. Here's Chernak off the bench for the Lightning. No Victor Hedman tonight, by the way. He is sick, so he is not playing for the Lightning. Here's Kucherov now. Sends the puck in. Deflected by Ingram into the corner. Tampa, again, forechecking hard here. McDavid trying to move it up the ice. He'll get away from a check. He falls for a moment. Now he's moving up. Here comes McDavid, 2-on-3 with Hyman. Hyman holds the line. McDavid across the ice, just out of the reach of Nugent Hopkins. Stolen by Yanni Gourde. He'll play it up. It's brought in. Lightning looking for a lane here. Played to the point. McDonough trying to find Gourde. Puck behind the net. Bouchard and Ekholm having some trouble moving the puck up the ice. Here's a shot by Gensel and a good save by Ingram. The Oilers, their top line, getting a little hemmed in here. Next live stream will be the Oilers against the Utah Mammoth. Yeah, that was that Tuesday, I think. And then Thursday they play Vegas. I'll do a live stream for that one as well. Here's a play in front of the net. McDavid trying to come up with it. He will. Trying to skate it through the neutral zone. Nice play by McDonough. He'll get it back up the ice quickly. Gourde off of his stick. Wallman plays that to Jones. He'll send it across the ice. And Jarventi's taken hard into the ice, or Jarventi, sorry, if that's how you pronounce it. My apologies. Not trying to purposely mispronounce names. And here's a puck in the corner, and that puck goes out of play. Shots are 8-6 Lightning. 6:26 to play in the first. Jay Woodcroft is fired, but not Ken Holland. Was that a video? Did I do a video titled that? That's so funny. I think I wanted all of them gone. I was like, if you're firing Woodcroft, you also have to fire Holland. That's so funny, dude. They should show Queso on the broadcast. What? Does that mean the Oilers would win the Wallstead trade? That's the argument that I would be making. That is a great video idea. The best clickbait video idea ever. If Bud Golson scored a cup clinching goal, that would be hilarious. That would be the argument. Here's a play in front. Savoy with a shot. And I don't know if that was stopped by Vasilevsky or if that hit the outside of the post, but Savoy's had some good chances. With the $20 million in cap space, he can make this team better. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of cap space. I think the salary cap's going up almost $10 million or something, or projected. The early days had an angry Austin for sure. Such passion. I'm still passionate. I don't think any of us in November of 2023 expected that start to the season from Edmonton, though. 2-9-1. None of us expected that. There was a lot of anger and frustration and confusion in oil country when that happened. Here's Bouchard into the middle. When McDavid passed that, here's a shot by Nugent Hopkins and a save by Vasilevsky. Puck along the far half wall. Nugent Hopkins goes after it, and that's sent down the ice, and that's going to be icing on Tampa Bay with 5:44 to go in the first period. Yeah, I think you take Bowman and Jeff Jackson's phones away from them on July 1st. Just don't let them try and sign anyone on July 1st. Seems to be a cursed day for this team. I'd watch that show. I think a lot of people would. I try not to show like a lot of anger or rage or anything. It's not really who I am as a person. I get frustrated. y'all have seen me frustrated. But like, I don't have like Steve Dangle level crash outs where I can like scream at the top of my lungs for 10 straight minutes and have a vein bursting out of my forehead. Like I don't get like that. And the goalie left the net and it was 14-3 and we made the comeback. Holy smokes, that's crazy. How long is Jari going to be on the Oilers? I think he has 2 years left after this season. Jack Campbell is done. Yeah, a little bit more clickbaity back in the early days. I'll still like put some clickbait aspects into my titles. But yeah, not like that clickbaity. He's done. Do you think the Oilers will be looking at a new coach soon? It definitely depends how far they go, assuming they make the playoffs, how far they go. I think anything other than the Stanley Cup, they should highly consider moving on to someone else. What's the Golden Knights' record after acquiring Rasmus Andersson? It can't be very good. I hope Jack Campbell's doing okay. There was a lot going on with Jack Campbell off the ice that I hope he's been working on. I hope he's okay. Just for himself, his family, mental health is super important. So I hope he's all right. I think Jari will be traded this offseason. I think they're going to try their hardest to probably maybe move him. Watch the Oilers are draw 25. It's that meme, the Uno. It's funny. Hire Tortorella. See, like I'm old school enough where I wouldn't mind that. I don't know if Tortorella would be the guy for this group. Like, do you think McDavid and Draisaitl and them would respond well to a Tortorella? I don't know. I want a head coach that is like forward thinking but has old school aspects to their coaching style. Like I would love to see this team be a bit more emotional. I want to see them hit more. I want to see more grit and more physicality. I don't think so. I think whatever that narrative was about Tristan Jari in practice, I don't think that was legit. I think someone was trying to get clicks on an article, if I'm going to be honest. Here's a shot by Emberson. Good save by Vasilevsky. That goes into the corner, and that's going to come up now. Jarventi with Emberson. Jarventi on the back check. Emberson takes his man down. Emberson back in the lineup tonight after missing several games with an undisclosed injury. Wasn't sure what happened to him. He's fighting for it along the half wall with Wallman. Jarventi's down low as well, looking for it. Max Jones protects. High flip into the neutral zone. Oilers are going to make a change. If Connor and Leon can work under Tippett, they can work under Tortorella. Tippett was not very good. Tippett's system didn't allow for a lot of offensive creativity. Here's a shot by Tampa Bay towards the Oilers' goal, goes wide. Nice job by Kapanen to stop up, and he's going to reset in his own zone. Yeah, I think Jari's no trade. It was a 10-team no trade. Here's a pass up the ice to Kapanen from Bud Colson. Kapanen trying to get the shot off. Good defensive play by the Lightning, and that's going to be sent back up the ice. Nice job by Connor Murphy. Takes a body, and here's Kapanen. Steals the puck in the middle of the ice. Kapanen looking to cut into the middle. He's knocked down. Couldn't get a shot off. Nice hit by Podkolzin in there, and Cirelli will send it across. Here come the Lightning. Here's Hagel. He'll give it to Kucherov. Here's a one-timer. Shot goes wide of the net. Kucherov couldn't come up with it. Puck sent across the ice, just out of the reach of Moser. Moser's going to reset. Here's Braden Point. Spins away from a check. Gets it down low to Jake Gensel. Gensel up to the blue line. Gensel looking for a lane. Shot. That's blocked in front. Szymanski can't come up with it. And here's Lilberg. He protects against Szymanski. Szymanski does a good job, though. Plays the puck. Nobody there for Edmonton to grab it. Here's a shot from distance, and that went just over the blocker. Szymanski again trying to take a body, but Tampa keeps the play alive. Here's a shot attempt by Gonzalez. That was blocked in front. Good job by the Oilers. They're getting in lanes and blocking shots here, but spending a little bit too much time in the defensive zone. Here's Gonzalez trying to get to his backhand. Nice job by McDavid to check him off the puck. And here's Nugent-Hopkins. Here's Roslovic now. Trying to find McDavid, and he's checked off the puck by Moser. Here come the Lightning again. Puck in on Ingram. Bouchard's out there with Wallman there. I don't know if this is intentional. Here's Jake Wallman. Skates in front of his net. Oh my God, Wallman. That's a dangerous play by Wallman. It was poked on goal by the Lightning. Wallman tried to skate in front of his net for some reason. Not sure what he was doing there. And the Oilers remain kind of hemmed in. They cannot come up with the puck. Tampa Bay keeps it alive. They feed it down low. Just out of the reach of Kucherov. Kucherov checked by McDavid. And that'll be sent up the ice. Hyman just out of his reach. Here's Vasilevsky. Can't make a play with it. And that's going to be sent up the ice. I don't know where it is because the cameraman doesn't know where it is. McDavid skates into the Lightning zone. And he's checked by Bjorkstrand. Wallman Kirsten's laughing at Thomas Nosek. Oh, man, right? It's crazy that bad juju for Oilers and Oilers fans for laughing with Wallman at that, but other teams can be absolutely horrible, poor sports, and there's no bad juju for them. I just think Oilers are cursed in general in my lifetime. Hey, what's going on, Benjamin? A Nurse trying to find the puck to Jones. Doesn't make it. Henrique will play it back up, and Jones can't come up with it again. 2 unforced errors here. Shot towards the Oilers' goal, and that goes wide again. I'm with you, Liam. I'm with you on that. Do you know Tristan Jarry has the most goal support? Here's Corey Perry getting in on the forecheck against Nurse. Perry's knocked down. Jones will put that off the glass, and the Oilers again just chipping it into the neutral zone, trying to get a change, and here's Lilberg. Lilberg's taken down by Bouchard. That was interesting. You don't usually see Bouchard with the physicality. Here's Ekholm. He'll play it up the ice to Podkolzin. Checking in from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let's go, Oil. Got to get back on track. Let's go. Oilers 780. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Here's an outlet pass by the Lightning here, and that's going to be icing with 27 seconds to play. What is PDO? Masterclass title. Accidentally pressed Tampa on the poll. That's okay. We're going to end the poll. 61% of you said Edmonton, so. Here's McDavid. Offensive zone draw. They're going to redo that one. McDavid off the face-off. Waiting for it to be dropped. They do drop it. Here's Evan Bouchard with a shot. That's blocked in front. Bouchard with another shot, and they score! Looked like it was tipped in front. I don't know. Might have been McDavid, but Evan Bouchard threw a little fluttering wrister. And the Oilers are up 1-0 late in the first period. The icing came back to bite the Tampa Bay Lightning. And it does look like it'll be Connor McDavid's goal. Evan Bouchard with the shot. First shot was blocked, and then the second shot attempt. Does McDavid get a... Yeah, he does get a piece of it. McDavid does get a piece of that one. Nice tip by McDavid. Goes 5-0 on Vasilevsky. Look at McDavid. A little fist pump there. Like that. Simple hockey, folks. Simple hockey. Win a face-off. Shoot the puck towards the net. Get a stick on it. Not complicated. The fact that they just don't play hockey like this as simply as they should more often is what I think drives a lot of us crazy. But, hey, that's a great way to end the period, assuming they get out of the period. Up by 1. Here's Dickinson now. He's trying to skate that out of trouble. Puck is going to be sent in deep in the Tampa zone. Not icing. 2 seconds to go here in the period, and that's a great way to end that first period. Great way to end the period there. Oilers have the lead heading into the intermission. Love to see that. McDavid has 3 shots and 1 goal. I wanted him to have 10 shots on goal tonight, so hey, at least he has a goal. We'll take that. You would be a great coach. You think so? I don't know. Although, like, I would love to coach like minor hockey. I think that'd be fun. I'd love to coach minor hockey. But that's a great way to end that period for the Edmonton Oilers. And we'll take a look at all the stats, folks. Let's take a look at all the stats. I thought Edmonton spent a lot of time in their zone. They were defending a lot, but they weren't giving the Lightning a lot of high danger chances. So I am curious to see what the advanced analytics are going to show here. We are going to find the Oilers in a second. We're going to look at the basic box stats first. They do have the Edge Visualizer already ready to go here. So Bouchard, well, they're giving it to Bouchard, but it's definitely McDavid's goal. I do think McDavid got a piece of it. Puck was sent towards the net, and yeah, McDavid, he just got it in the high slot there. It went through the 5-hole of Vasilevsky. Good period for Edmonton. Shots 11-9 for the Oilers. The hits 9-4 for Edmonton, so they were the more physical team. That's not usually what happens with this group. They blocked 8 shots. Giveaways were 6-4 Tampa. Takeaways 2-1 in favor of Edmonton. Take a look at the box stats. Who led the way in ice time? Well, Connor McDavid played 7:34. Adam Henrique played 3:34. Jarventi 3:39. Savoy 3:43. Interesting that Savoy didn't get as much ice time, but again, yeah, the top guys rolling. Kapanen played 6 minutes that period. All right. When it comes to the defense, Emberson played 4:43, but because he has been injured, I think you're just trying to work him into the game, so I'm okay with that. I thought Emberson had a good period. Wallman, 4:55. He made a mistake skating in front of his own net, but you know what? No harm, no foul. It's all good. It didn't result in a goal against. And I actually thought Darnell Nurse had an effective period. I thought he was engaged that period. Him and Murphy, I thought, had a very good period together. Nurse and Murphy, that is. Very happy with Nurse and Murphy on that one. Deserved to win-o-meter in Tampa's favor, but look how low event this is. The expected goals in all situations, 0.6 to 0.4. Like, literally the lowest event hockey you can imagine. But it worked in Edmonton's favor this time. Austin for Oilers general manager, Coach Austin. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. I'm happy to do YouTube. I'm happy to be on YouTube and hang out with all of you. So, yeah. There's the advanced stats, the deserve to win-o-meter. Obviously, it's just slightly in Tampa's favor, but it's just such a low event period. Was there any high danger chances for either team? Let's take a look. I'm genuinely curious here. Oilers, Lightning Oilers. Here we go. High danger chances. 3-0 for the Lightning. Supposedly. So apparently the Lightning had 3 high danger chances. If you believe it. Do you believe it? I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Sometimes the advanced analytics don't always match with the eye test, but he was coach of the Oilers. Yeah, in 2019, the 18-19 season, I think Hitchcock took over for a bit. He gets one more goal to be his 400th, but if he gets an assist, it'll be 8. Oh, interesting. Okay. I think so. I think you're right. Oilers grinding. Hey, Norvada, how are you? All right, folks. Well, good period for the Oilers there. Smash that like button. I think the goal today on the live stream is 100. We'll go 100 likes. I think 100 likes Saturday night. I think that's a good baseline. If we get over that, great. And I hope you're enjoying your stay. Nuge did have a good chance. I thought Nuge looked pretty good that period, too. I'm surprised that they didn't count McDavid's post as a high danger chance. He was essentially all alone. He had a 2-on-1, but yeah, I mean, Ken Hitchcock, I think, has won a Stanley Cup as a head coach. He was past his prime when he coached Edmonton, that's for sure. Yo, game over Montreal. What's going on? I didn't even know you could rate on YouTube. Yo, congrats to the Montreal Canadiens. The Habs with a big win tonight in the Eastern Conference over the New York Islanders. And Montreal continues to keep pace in the Atlantic Division. A crazy division. Let's take a look at the Atlantic Division, by the way. It is just absolutely stacked right now. I hope it all went well in the Game Over stream. Welcome in to Montreal. They won. They're at 86 points. Tampa Bay's at 88. Buffalo is kind of starting to run away with the division now. So that's pretty interesting. Now, Boston did beat Detroit tonight, so they are now 2 points up on the Red Wings, and they're 3 points up on the Islanders. So if you're a Bruins fan, Bruins are my number 2 team. So there's a bit of happiness from me tonight when it comes to the Bruins. The Atlantic Division is just crazy though. Like there's if any of these teams were in, like Ottawa, Detroit, Boston, Montreal, and Tampa would all be first in the Pacific. Crazy. Big game for Caulfield. That's right. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the Bruins to do as good as they were this season. I thought it was going to be like a lottery year for them. And you know what's also really funny, actually? Sorry, I know I'm changing my screen so often. The Bruins own Toronto's draft pick. Now, if Toronto drafts 5th or better in the NHL draft, then Toronto keeps their pick. But if Toronto picks 6th or higher, then Boston gets Toronto's draft pick. They traded that draft pick for Brandon Carlo last season. So as a Bruins fan, I need Toronto to like win a few games so that they don't become a lottery team and potentially win the lottery. I want that draft pick. Davo Magic, that's right. We all know the Oilers can dominate and play simple, but won't ever. Like, why so complicated? I don't know. Exactly, Shannon. Buffalo's running away with it. Haven't heard that in forever. Haven't heard that since, 2010? When was the last time Buffalo made it was 2010, I think. No, they were trying to move him. I thought Carlo was okay in Boston. The big thing with Carlo when I watched him on the Bruins, go on their cup run in 2019 and stuff, Brandon Carlo was effective, but he wasn't physical with the size that he had, and he got concussed a lot. He had a lot of concussions in Boston. So I was surprised at the price that Toronto paid last year for him. That would be so funny, Mark. And then the Bruins get just an absolute stud with that pick. Teams play bad for long enough. Eventually, they don't blame each other and develop. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm happy for the Sabres. I'm happy for Sabres fans. I think that's very cool. I want Buffalo to go deep in the playoffs. Their fans deserve it, man. Though that fan base has been through a lot. I know Oilers fans went through the decade of darkness, but Buffalo's on 16 years of not making the postseason. I couldn't even imagine. Which is weird because Berube coaches he's pretty old school as a head coach. So I'm surprised that Toronto doesn't play like that. Just a few players weren't a fit in Toronto, I think, is the big thing. Sabres is the team that I want in the final from the East. That would be so fun. Could you imagine the storyline? Buffalo doesn't make the playoffs for 16 consecutive years, and then their first year in, they go on a run and win the whole thing. Could you imagine that storyline? That would be crazy. Oh, the city of Buffalo would never stop partying. They'd be partying for the next 10 years, man. They wouldn't even care where their team finishes in the standings after winning a Stanley Cup. They would just keep partying. Do I think we should have picked up Bobby McMahon? Toronto supposedly wanted Ike Howard. So I don't know. I don't know if that price would have been worth it for a rental. A guy that probably wouldn't have re-signed. He's a free agent this summer, right? I don't know. I like Bobby McMahon a lot. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great player, and he would help this team a lot. But the rumored asking price out of Toronto was Ike Howard for Bobby McMahon. Also, don't worry. I'm not chugging actual beer. This is non-alcoholic. Non-alcoholic Blue Moon, folks. Non-alcohol. I think what McDavid's doing is because they've been so close. I think the logic with the 2-year deal at such a low cap hit is okay. They were so close. Use the cap savings because I think Connor, he just wants to get at least one, right? He wants that one Stanley Cup. He wants that name etched on the Stanley Cup forever so badly. He wants it more than anyone. So this year and then the next 2 seasons, this is a big opportunity. I still think that after the 2 years, if the Oilers haven't won a cup by the time his contract expires, I think he will sign again. But he's not going to give the team a discount. He's going to sign for $25 million a season. And he would be justified in doing that. It does taste good, actually. It honestly just tastes like a Blue Moon, just like a normal Blue Moon, just no alcohol. Use the money on Jari. Yeah, it's some of it. They're going to have a lot of cap space this summer. They're going to have like $20 million of cap space this summer to work with. One zip so far, so good for the oil. That's right, no clue. That is correct. That's true, but if the Oilers keep going on runs to the final, right? Like, who would he sign with? What other team has done what Edmonton has done over the past couple of years? Florida. They're the only ones. So unless he left Edmonton for Florida, but I don't imagine him doing that. He doesn't seem like someone that would he doesn't strike me as someone that would chase a championship just because, right? You know, like LeBron James in the NBA couldn't get it done with Cleveland. He signed with a super team in Miami to win a championship. And then, yeah, he went back to Cleveland and then he won a championship with them too. I can't imagine McDavid leaving Edmonton without at least one Stanley Cup to his name in this city. I just can't imagine. I could be wrong, and if he did leave the Oilers, again, he would be justified in that. He's done everything for this city. He's done everything that he could to help this team win. We'll have to see how it plays out. Are Howard and Hudson making the NHL roster next season? I think the player that's most likely to make the team would be Ike Howard. I like Quinn Hudson a lot, but he's still pretty raw as a player. AJ Greer does. I hate AJ Greer. Might be one player in the National Hockey League that I have like a legit seething hatred of. Where is Blue Moon made? Colorado? Hold on. Yeah, Colorado. And it's a Belgian white ale. It's a Belgian style wheat ale with like a citrus like finish. So it kind of tastes like an orange. There's like an orange like citrus flavor to it. It's really good. I love it. Just bench him his whole career as an Oiler. It's a lot of money to just ride the pine though, right? It's a lot of money to ride the pine. I am going to take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll come back just before the second period starts. So don't go anywhere, folks. I will be back. You can hang out with Chair for a little bit. I know how much you all love hanging out with Chair, and I'll see you in a few minutes, all right? We'll see you in a few minutes. Hey, there we go. The chair emote. That's right. That's why the chair has an emote. If you are a member of the channel, you do have emotes that you can use. So that's always fun. They seem more checked in this game. I do like their attention to detail just in general. There's still more that I think they can do, but or more that they can bring. Future Oilers captain Darnell Nurse. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, they have Jamie Campbell in the building tonight. That's fun. Jamie Campbell, of course, works for Sportsnet during Blue Jays games, so that's fun. I wasn't alive when they traded Gretzky, but they had won 4 Stanley Cups before they traded Wayne Gretzky. I'd like to see the Oilers win at least one before McDavid moves on, if that is what's going to happen. But I don't think so. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think he's going to be an Oiler for life. What do I feel about Leon being gone? I think it's a huge blow to the lineup. I think it's not ideal considering they're not in a guaranteed position to make the playoffs. But as long as they're playing as a team, they're playing smart, simple hockey, they're going to be okay. And I do think Leon will be back, hopefully, for the first round. Franklin is now officially an Oilers local celeb. Yeah, we love Franklin here on the channel. Forgot I was live, Fleecy. How could you forget? How could you forget? Just kidding. Here's a puck sent in deep, and that's going to be icing on the Lightning just immediately. Evander Franklin. I like that. They won a cup shortly after trading 99. They did, yeah. They won in 1990. They sure did. With a team that I think people at the time didn't think could win a Stanley Cup, but they were able to do it. Okay, so they did give Connor McDavid the goal. They did credit him with that, which I think makes sense. Oh, nice little play to Szymanski in the middle of the ice. He'll give it to Rozovic. Rozovic with a shot. Puck is loose in the crease area. Szymanski trying to grab it. I like that play when you're coming in on the wing and then the center drives the defense back. The wing can cut in the middle and get a shot. Rozovic didn't score there, but it was a nice play. And here's McDavid now with speed. He's going to walk in again on his backhand. Stops up, plays it back to Ekholm, and that went under his stick and down into the Oilers zone. Don't mind me asking, how old are you? Totally okay if you're not comfortable. Oh no, I'm all good. I'm old. I was born in how about this? I was born in the 1990s. Yeah, I was born before the 2000s. So everyone knows that I'm aging these days. One day I'm going to here's a play in front. Puck is loose. Where is it? It's on the outside of the net. Edmonton can't seem to get it out. McDavid into the feet of Bouchard. Couldn't make a play. Radish across to Kucherov. That goes high over the net. Lightning, puck towards the net. In front, puck is bouncing all over the place, and they score. Oh my God, what is this puck, dude? Get a new puck. That puck was just ping-ponging everywhere. Someone freeze them. All right, we have a 1-1 game. Cirelli ended up putting that one in the net. Literally pure chaos here. Puck deflected off of a leg. Puck went towards the net. Ingram with a save, rebound in front, and you might want a bit harder coverage on someone there. We're not tying anyone up in front of the net. Cirelli was able to whack at it 3 times. Like, again, I love Evan Bouchard, and I will defend him with every waking breath that I have. He can't just let that happen. Like, he can't just let that one happen. he let Cirelli have way too much time in front of the net there. Nobody's ever tying up anyone. Hey, what's going on, BKL? Things are going good. The Oilers, well, they had the lead. Now they don't. So that's not ideal. Exactly. Evan Bouchard, where all the good, right? He assisted on McDavid's goal to end the first period. The good that he brings does outweigh the bad, but here's another shot towards the Oilers' goal and goes over the net. Looks like Tampa's getting in on the forecheck very quickly here. Puck sent in deep, out of the reach of Dickinson, and the Oilers look they look one step behind here to start this period. Did I get rid of Nightbot? I may have adjusted Nightbot a while ago. Maybe Nightbot quit. I never paid Nightbot, so maybe Nightbot just quit. Puck behind the net. Here's Corey Perry trying to stick handle around Dickinson. Podkolzin will play it up the left wing. That's going to be sent down the ice, and Jarventi's going to chase after it against Bjorkstrand. Nice job by Jarventi here on the forecheck, applying some pressure. Oh, God. Don't get too comfortable with the emote spam, Fleecy, because I still have the power to time you out. Hey, what's going on, Don? Here's Jarventi in front. Oh, and how did that deflect wide of the net? That was such a good chance for the Oilers. I don't know how that went wide. Erica equals Nightbot. I don't think so. Oh man, Wallman again skating in front of his own crease. If he could stop that, that would be great. That's a couple times where Wallman just skates in front of his net with the puck, and I would prefer if he just didn't do that. Here's a play up the left side. Braden Point spins away from a check from Szymanski. Sends it down low, just out of the reach of Gensel. And here's Emberson, reverses it to Wallman. Oh no, you can use emotes. You just can't. Fleecy is known to spam every now and then. So I'm just laying the law for Fleecy. You're all okay though. Emotes are okay. You can spam the Austin Hockey emotes. You can spam those ones. Because those ones you have paid to use those emotes. I'm not going to stop you from spamming the Austin Hockey membership emotes. Here's a shot towards the Oilers' goal from the point, goes wide. Here's Moser for the Lightning. They've controlled a lot of the play here in the Oilers zone again. Gensel sends it across the slot area. Radish sends it back in down low. It's going to be centered in front and goes off the stick of Ingram. And lucky it did, because that would have found Gensel all alone in the slot. And Tampa doing a good job forechecking right now. You got rights. Next goal wins feeling. All my homies hate Nightbot. Yeah, Nightbot was a little intense sometimes. Every now and then it's like, I don't know about that. I have like an auto mod through YouTube that it'll only act up if you're trying to just send something really stupid. Puck to the point, shot towards the Oilers' goal. That goes off of a leg of Dickinson. He goes down. Kapanen sends it in deep. Podkolzin will chase after it. Here's Podkolzin. He'll give it to Darnell Nurse towards the goal, and a good save by Andrei Vasilevsky. Oh yeah, the Nightbot on Twitch literally it would just ban people just for like saying hello. They'd say hi with like 2 waving emojis and it would time them out. It's like, why? Yeah, Yakupov and Lucic are definitely still in Nightbot jail, and they're never getting out. They will never get out. Here's a play off the face-off. That's going to be sent in. Nice speed by Hagel. He'll send it around the boards to Kucherov. Here's Murphy. Is that allowed? I wish. I wish you could do that. I would love John Cooper behind the Oilers bench. Centering attempt to Dickinson. Can't get a shot off. Now he does. Puck went off of Vasilevsky's pad. Sorelli couldn't grab it. Here's a play in front to Nurse, and he shoots it over the net. How'd he miss the net? What was that? Here's Hagel now. He'll send it across to Kucherov. Kucherov into the middle. Oh, man. Nice shot by McDonough. Here's a shot on Ingram, and he'll hang on to that one. Jeez. Some furious action going on here. I'm with you, Rain City. I mean, Savoy was pretty hot for a while. He had 10 points in 11 games, but until that shutout against Florida. So Savoy had been pretty hot. But yeah, I agree. We need someone. Oh, that was a good save by Vasilevsky on Nurse, actually. I thought he missed the net. What team would I want to be in if I played in the National Hockey League? Oh boy. See, I love the Oilers, but I don't know if I could have ever, like, I don't know if playing for the Oilers would have been something like I could handle. I playing for Boston would have been fun, or being like a franchise leader for, like, I don't know, a team that just hasn't had a lot of success in their franchise history, like Columbus. That'd be kind of fun. What did you miss? You didn't miss nothing. You missed Tampa Bay tying it right at the start of the second period. Oh, man. There's a hit on. Bouchard was knocked down, and uh-oh. So Bouchard was knocked down. Bouchard's having a conversation there, and McDavid's going in after him. And yeah, this is boiling over here. You've got guys going at each other. Here's McDavid trying to haul someone out of the pile. Here's McDavid grabbing Holmberg. Ekholm's trying to get in there. Nugent Hopkins trying to grab someone. Oh boy. Let's see what happens here. We'll see if things will boil over the rest of this game, but it's good to see some emotion here. This is what I wanted to see against the Florida Panthers. Hey, what's going on, Taylor? Oh, yeah, that's a clear board. I mean, how is that not a penalty? That's a clear boarding penalty on Holmberg there. Like, that's like he drove him like numbers into the boards there. If Tampa gets a power play out of that, that is ridiculous. It's going to be 4-on-4. Holmberg 2 minutes for roughing, and then Connor McDavid 2 minutes for roughing. See, Holmberg should have got 2 minutes for boarding and then 2 minutes for roughing, and then McDavid 2 minutes for roughing is how that should have been played. My least favorite NHL team, probably the Florida Panthers. They're like way up there for my least favorite. I don't despise a lot of teams, but that is one team that I actually actively despise. Vegas is up there. I don't like Vegas. I don't like the LA Kings. Yeah. Vancouver. I see Vancouver, Florida, Vegas, Flames. What happened to McDavid? So Evan Bouchard was hit from behind into the boards, and then Connor McDavid jumped in to go after the guy that hit Bouchard. So McDavid went to the box for roughing, and then Holmberg, who was the other player for Tampa, he's also in the box. Yeah, David Lewandowski, that's a player to keep an eye on. I really liked his showing in preseason. I liked his showing at the rookie camp for Edmonton. That's a player to keep an eye on. Will he project as like a top 6 player? I don't know. But there's a player there. He's a really smart player, and he can put the puck in the net. One time an Oil Kings game had more people than a Panthers game. Well, that used to be the case until the past 4-ish seasons. The Panthers used to barely average about 12 or 13,000 fans a game. Now they sell out every game, but that's a bad hit by Holmberg on Bouchard, man. I don't know how you don't get. Yeah, well, at least it's 4-on-4. At least the Oilers aren't shorthanded after that. All right, Felicia, I'm going to give you a quick little warning here. I'll time you out for 60 seconds. At least change up the emote if you're going to spam. At least change the emote up. So it is 4-on-4 for the next minute and 50 seconds. Here come the Lightning now. 4-on-4. Puck will come to Kucherov with that was a sneaky shot by Kucherov. That went wide. Cirelli scored for the Lightning. It was Anthony Cirelli. Puck was kind of bouncing around in front and nobody took him. And he was by himself. He put it through the 5-hole of Ingram. Puck sent in deep by the Lightning. Bouchard is out there for the Oilers, so obviously he's doing okay. He's not hurt, which is good. Bouchard brings the puck up the ice. Bouchard walks in trying to get the shot off. He was checked from behind. Here's Radish now. He'll drop it for Hagel. How much money to ban? I only ban people if they deserve to be banned. I don't ban anyone unless they're being an active, horrible person. Something that is just unforgivable, I will ban people for. And I hardly have had to do it. I think I've been in total banned maybe 5 people total ever. Here's Hagel with a shot. Rebound in front. Oh, and I don't know if that got blocked. The Lightning with a couple glorious opportunities. If Ingram made that save, that is unbelievable. Wide open was Hagel, and I think Ingram might have got a piece of that puck. Holy smokes. How much to time her out for 10,000 hours? $1 million in cash. Here's Szymanski trying to walk in. The 4-on-4 is over. Tampa had a couple good looks, couple good saves from Connor Ingram there. Rosvik does a good job to play that puck back to Jake Wallman in his zone. Why cash? Why not? Cash is fun. Wouldn't you want $1 million in cash? Dollar bills? In Bitcoin? Oh, no. Dogecoin. Oh, God, no, please. Is that even still a thing? Is that even worth anything? I don't know. I'm way behind. Oh, Murphy got in the lane of that shot. Wow. That was a wide open net for the Lightning, and it was Connor Murphy who got his big dumper on that puck. Puck being cycled around. Cernak to point. Here's Cernak towards the Oilers' goal. That goes off a body and wide of the net. McDonough keeps the play alive. Nice job by Wallman to break up the cycle. McDavid trying to chip it forward. Now he does. Here comes Rosvik now with Szymanski and McDavid. Rosvik drops it back. Szymanski had gone for a change, so nobody was there for the Oilers. That was an unfortunate change because the Oilers had a look there. And here's Jones to McDavid now. 3-on-2 for Edmonton. McDavid into the middle with a shot that's blocked in front. The Lightning are going to have numbers coming down the ice. Here come the Lightning. Oh, and they blew it. They would have had a potential partial 2-on-1, and the pass to Nick Paul was way over his stick. Puck is taken back in the neutral zone by the Lightning. Backhanded in deep. Ingram out of his net. Here's a shot attempt into this high slot. Puck at the point for the Lightning. It's Moser on his backhand. Sent in deep. Out of the reach of Corey Perry. Hey, what's going on, Bubsy? Good to see you. Centering attempt. Oh, man. Nick Paul was hit hard by Ekholm there. So the crowd was acknowledging that one. Here's Radish for the Lightning. Radish skates it into the zone. Backhanded behind the Oilers' net. Lightning once again getting in on the forecheck, trying to start the cycle. Henrique sends it back to Ekholm. Ekholm with a high flip to the neutral zone. And Kapanen, he's checked, and he'll chase after it. Here's there's a skate came up and hit Dickinson in the side of the face. That was really scary. I think Dickinson's okay. That's always scary when that happens. David with the $10 super chat. Here's $10 minus 30% Google. YouTube needs its cut. You're only $999,994 short of $1 million. Oh, here we go. We got to fight. Here's Murphy against Holmberg. Yeah. Look at Holmberg. He's throwing several rights into Murphy's helmet. Murphy can't get that right hand free. Murphy now with a right hook attempt. He's trying to get the rights going. Oh, and Holmberg gets a good shot off. Murphy trying to get at him again. Here's Murphy with the lefts, trying to get them in. They're tying each other up. Good lefts from Murphy, and he's going to grab Holmberg. They're going to end the fight there. I say that is a draw, but Holmberg had to pay the price. Bouchard was hit in a very vulnerable spot. Murphy challenged Holmberg, and Holmberg dropped them. So good for Murphy. Love that from Connor Murphy. That's something that he will do every now and then if he's asked. Yeah, and there's Murphy. Oh, yeah, Holmberg and Murphy, they dropped them immediately, too. There was no hesitation from either of those players on that one. He knew. He knew what he had to do. But yeah, thank you so much, David, for the $10 super chat. Truly appreciate that, as always. Only $999,994 away from $1 million. Hey, welcome back, Dolo. How you doing? Good to see you. Who won the fight? I'd say it was a draw. I think not. Like Holmberg at the start got a bunch of rights on Murphy, but he was kind of hitting like the helmet. And then Murphy was able to get a few rights in. He got a couple lefts in. I'd say that was probably a draw. I didn't realize the timer was still going. Whoops. Oh, God. Do I even want to know? Do I even want to know? That's fun. For legal reasons, this is a joke. That's funny. Playing one of those jelly... Oh, no, not the every flavored jelly beans. Oh, God. I can't do it. At least the Oilers are not the Leafs when it comes to protecting their teammates. That was sad. The fact that nobody went after him when that happened, crazy. Do I know what the ECHL team for Edmonton is? It's the Fort Wayne Comets, I think. I think it's the Fort Wayne Comets. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the guess I'm going with. Yo, Helen with the $10 super chat. 10 more closer to your million. Thanks for making this an awesome community. Hey, thank you so much, Helen. You did not have to do that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are the best. Best community on the planet, I'm telling you. Best community. Everyone watching at home right now, everyone that tunes into videos, live streams. Even if you're a hater and you like to tune in just to see my reaction when the team loses, you still make the experience fun and enjoyable, and I appreciate that. Yo, Everett with the gifted membership. There you go, Nkanu. You get a gifted membership. Enjoy your emotes. Enjoy the badge next to your name. Here come the Lightning now. Here's Hagel. He'll bring it into the Oilers zone. Oh, man, and Podkolzin and Nurse on Hagel, and now Cirelli's going after Podkolzin. And Cirelli and Podkolzin are going to go. They're fighting. Here's Podkolzin. Oh, man, Podkolzin with a couple big rights on Cirelli, and Cirelli goes down. Vasily Podkolzin with a couple big rights on Cirelli, and Cirelli goes down. Hagel's going to go down the tunnel. Hagel got double teamed there by Podkolzin and Darnell Nurse. 2 big hits. And then Cirelli grabbed Podkolzin. There should be 2 minutes for instigating on Cirelli, I would imagine. You have to give Cirelli instigating on that one. Cirelli looks like he may have got hurt there. He's going down the tunnel too. He's not going to the box, so. All right. Emotion. Fights. You like to see it. This is what we wanted to see against Florida. Yeah, nice job by Podkolzin and Nurse. And yeah, Cirelli grabbed Podkolzin and forced him into the fight. Cirelli dropped the gloves first, too. That should be a power play for him. And man, Podkolzin with a couple big rights. Jeez Louise. Yeah, Cirelli got lucky, man, that fight wasn't any worse for his face on that one. Holy. Nkanu with the gifted membership, giving back to the community after getting their own gifted membership. Rain City, congrats on getting a gifted membership. Wait, what? They're giving Darnell Nurse a penalty for an illegal check to the head? Hello? Okay, so the Oilers are shorthanded. Darnell Nurse was given a 2-minute minor for checking to the head. I mean, unless I saw something different, I didn't see head contact from Nurse on Hagel there. I don't know about that. Pods is my new favorite player. Hey, we love Pod Coles in here. Was it the correct call? I want to see the replay. If Sportsnet could show a single replay for me to see. If Nurse hit Hagel in the head, I'll be like, yeah, sure. But at minimum, Cirelli should have got 2 minutes for instigating. So this should be 4-on-4. Or they're just going to not do 4-on. Okay. What's up, Cookie Monster? Yeah, I hope Cirelli's okay as well. I don't know. So yeah, Nurse with the legal check to the head. I didn't see it. I thought him and Podkolzin took Hagel into the boards cleanly, but obviously the ref saw something a little bit different than I did. So Tampa on the power play. Puck comes across the ice, shot on net. Good save by Ingram, and the Oilers do get that out. Not super deep, but they did get the puck out of trouble. Well, Cirelli got the 5 for fighting, right? It wasn't a 5-minute, like it was just for fighting. Yeah, nothing for the Bouchard. Yeah, I know. Holmberg didn't get a penalty for the Holmberg didn't get a penalty for hitting Bouchard from behind. So Tampa, they have 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the power play. Braden Point will skate it into the Oilers zone. Almost stolen by Edmonton. Jake Gensel now. The barf jelly bean. Oh, gross. Here's a one-timer and a good save by Ingram. Bjorkstrand didn't get all of that one-timer there, and Ingram came across just in time to make the save. Pod stepping up in his role as an Oiler, and I'm loving it. I love it too. Love it too. So we're going to have a face-off here off the draw. Puck comes to Kucherov into the middle. Braden Point back to Kucherov. He'll play it down low. Gensel walks in and scores. Yeah, no coverage there. That was all right. Gensel was able to just walk in. He had all the time in the world to pick a corner. Gensel makes it 2-1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning on their power play. And Sportsnet is so amazing that they still have not shown what Darnell Nurse did to get the penalty. For the love of Christ, Sportsnet. Fix your broadcast, man. Like, I don't know why Sportsnet never shows replays of what is going on in games. Yeah, that's a nice goal by Gensel. That's just too easy for him. Way too easy for Gensel. So Tampa gets a power play off of a hit from Nurse on Hagel when the Oilers didn't get a power play when Holmberg hit Bouchard from behind. So go figure. But you do need a kill there, and you need your defenseman not just puck watching. Nice play that's just like way too easy for Gensel, man. They've showed the Gensel goal like 5 times, but they won't show the Darnell Nurse penalty. I love it. Yeah, exactly. How are they going to respond? That is the right mindset. How does Edmonton respond now that they're down here? They were playing a pretty good period up to that point, or a pretty good game, I should say. So let's see what happens. Here's Bouchard. He's checked by a couple Lightning here. McDavid's going to come up with it. Here comes McDavid. He'll skate it into the Tampa zone. McDavid spins away from a check. Here's McDavid now. He'll send it to Bouchard with a one-timer. That goes off the leg. Down low to Ekholm. Ekholm with a shot. That goes high. Blocker. Down the ice. Here's Bouchard now. He's going to hold the puck behind his net. Played back here. And McDavid's going to get called for interference here. Or holding. They're going to give a penalty to McDavid for holding. He skated out of his zone. It looked like there was coincidental contact. McDavid doesn't usually argue calls either, and the ref just told him, I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, Corey Perry, man. Of course it's Corey Perry. I don't think McDavid did any... Like, there's no way, bro. I don't know about that. I think Corey Perry was... I think Corey Perry went down a little bit easy there. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Maybe. Like, did McDavid kind of grab at him? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. But I don't know, dude. All right, so the Lightning, once again, another power play here. They just scored on the power play. Here's Braden Point now. He'll send the puck across. Is that Hagel on the ice now? It looks like Hagel's back. I think that was Hagel. Yeah, that was an interesting call. The crowd was chanting, refs, you suck, so... Here's Hagel. No worse for wear. Brandon Hagel plays it back to Gensel, who just scored for the Lightning. Nice steal by Kapanen. Sends that puck down the ice. Dickinson's going to check. Well, Dickinson actually just fell. Never mind. Never mind. Puck played back to Hagel. Hagel's going to skate this through the neutral zone. Hagel was hit earlier. Darnell Nurse was given a penalty for an illegal check to the head on Hagel. I didn't see it, but here's Kucherov now. He'll play it back, and that goes over the stick of Radish. Here's Kucherov. We'll bring it back in. Here's Gensel now. He'll play it to the point. Radish, who's had a great year for the Lightning. Puck across. Here's Kucherov off of his foot, and that's going to come up the ice. Kapanen's going to walk in. Here's Kapanen. Potential 2-on-1 with Bouchard. Bouchard with a shot. He just missed the net. And Tampa Bay, they're going to get called for a penalty here. A trip. Dickinson was trying to get into the play, and it looks like Kucherov's going to go to the box now for tripping. So it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 20-ish seconds, roughly. Maybe 19 seconds. Yeah, Kucherov was diving, and yeah, Dickinson fell on Kucherov. So look at Kucherov barking at the ref, too. He's like, come on, man. All right, so the Oilers are about to have a power play in 19 seconds in what has been a very eventful second period. Here's Gergensons. He'll take the face-off against Nugent Hopkins. Off the face-off. Hyman can't come up with it. Here's Cernak. He'll play it up the ice. Nice stick there by, it looked like Wallman. Puck played back. And here's Wallman now. He's going to skate this up the ice. So the Oilers are now on the power play for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Drops it back. Just out of the reach of McDavid. And here's Matt Savoy now. Top unit for Edmonton. Evan Bouchard. Trying to get it back to McDavid, and he overskates the puck. McDavid now skates it forward. McDavid through the neutral zone. He's checked off the puck, sent down the ice towards Ingram. And here's Bouchard. And there's a penalty coming up to the Lightning here. Another penalty coming up to the Lightning. The Oilers are about to have a 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 13 seconds. Hey, that's awesome, Tube. That's awesome. Watching from Condors Town. That's fun. So, yeah, the Lightning, it's 5-on-3. I don't know who just took a penalty. If Sportsnet would show the replay. Is it Gord? All right, so Yanni Gord is going to the box here. And the Oilers have, well, they called their timeout. Chris Knobloch used a timeout. Are you kidding me? Let's go, Chris Knobloch. Did he use his timeout? I can't believe it. I legitimately can't believe that Knobloch used his timeout, man. It looked like they were drawing something up at the bench there. Maybe he didn't use the timeout, but okay, they didn't use the timeout. They were just at the bench. I thought they used it. Never mind. All right, a minute 13 of 5-on-3. McDavid will take the faceoff in the offensive zone. He's going to get kicked out now, actually. Never mind. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. He wins it back to McDavid to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard to Connor McDavid. 5-on-3 for the Oilers. He'll give it to Nugent-Hopkins. Connor McDavid now. Down low, Nugent-Hopkins trying to send it across. He'll give it to Bouchard. Left circle to Connor McDavid. McDavid walks in, shoots, and a good save by Vasilevsky. Puck comes back to Bouchard to Connor McDavid now on his forehand. Right circle, gives it to Nugent-Hopkins as they cycle it around. Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid. McDavid across. Here's Bouchard with a shot. What a save by Vasilevsky. Here's another chance for Bouchard, and that hit the post. Oh, Bouchard, come on, man. McDavid walks in, play in front of the net, just out of the reach of Hyman's stick. Here's Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid into the middle in the slot area. Savoy's knocked down. He can't come up with it, and Tampa will skate this out of trouble. Backhanded in on Ingram by Hagel. The Oilers have 16 seconds left of 5-on-3. They had a couple glorious chances. McDavid brings it in. Here's McDavid, drops it for Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid to Bouchard. He gave it away. And that was well read by the Lightning as the 5-on-3 comes to an end. The Oilers now with just 45 seconds of 5-on-4. McDavid trying to skate through four players. He's knocked down. And, and here's a breakaway. Here comes Kucherov, and he scores. Oh, my God. What am I watching? Bro. So the Oilers with glorious chances on the 5-on-3, and then McDavid tries to go 1-on-4 on the power play all alone. He's knocked down in front of the net, and then they send the puck. How did Bouchard hit the crossbar, man? That's crazy. Go to sleep. Yeah, and then Kucherov got in behind the defense, and yeah, he beats Ingram. I mean, that's just... Kucherov, you can't give him a breakaway. He's going to score almost every time. That's quite the goal for Kucherov. Connor McDavid trying to do too much once again on the power play for Edmonton, man. It's just, you can't do that. You can't just do it all on your own. Connor tried to skate through four guys. He got knocked down. Kucherov out of the box. There just has to be better awareness there. Has to be better awareness. No, we're not promoting drug use because of that goal against. Come on, man. We're not having that conversation. Here's Kapanen to Wallman. Wallman will give that puck to Kapanen. Wallman at the point. Here's a shot off the bar. Rozovic hit the bar. And here's Kapanen behind the Tampa net. So the Oilers do not convert on a 5-on-3. They had a minute and 18 of 5-on-3. And that puck is in the slot area. Tampa trying to get it out. They cannot. Here's a shot by Rozovic and a save by Vasilevsky. Puck is going to be sent back into the neutral zone. Here's Darnell Nurse. Here's Henrique. He'll send it in deep. Max Jones takes a hit from Cernak. Brandon Hagel on the ice for the Lightning. Hagel will play it out. Oh, man, he gave it away to Podkolzin with a shot and a good save by Vasilevsky. And boy, oh boy, this is why goaltending is so gosh darn important, because when a defensive mistake happens, you want your goalie to make a save. Now, this obviously is not on Connor Ingram, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Andrei Vasilevsky is one of the best goaltenders on the entire planet. And I wish the Oilers had a goalie like Andrei Vasilevsky, man. Come on. Can I give away memberships? Only if Adam Henrique scores tonight. That's the giveaway membership. If Adam Henrique gets a goal, I'm doing 10 gifted memberships. That's Kuch's first shorthanded goal of his career. Yeah, he comes out of the box, right? He's not a penalty killer, but he's out of the box. He gets behind the defense. But the Oilers cooked. I've liked their effort tonight. They're just not capitalizing on opportunities. I like their emotions. I like that they're fighting. I like that they're sticking up for each other. I don't like their penalty kill, and I don't like that they didn't score on the 5-on-3. Old man Enrique will never score. Well, the good news is I get like 10 free memberships to give out every month. Like YouTube, I get 10 free ones every month. So when the calendar flips to April, first stream of April, gifted memberships. I also do a lot of gifted memberships during the playoffs as well. So Kuch ain't Barkov. No one is changing my mind. Hey, Kuch is mostly all offense. Barkov is an all-around player, though. That's actually an interesting question. Who would you rather have on your team? Barkov healthy and in his prime, or Kucherov healthy and in his prime? Like, who would you build around? Who would you rather build around? Kucherov might be ahead of him now. I think Kucherov has 3 points tonight. Yeah, McDavid was hit real hard there. And then he was cross-checked, and then McDavid threw a slash after, too. Damn, dude. Yeah, it was Kucherov's first shorthanded goal. Why does everyone hate Kucherov? He plays on an edge, and he's really good. Usually, if you're one of the best players in the National Hockey League, it's going to come with some hatred. He also plays on an edge. He has been known to throw some dirty hits, whether it's hitting guys from behind or throwing a knee or an elbow every now and then, but he plays the game hard. Normally, Maxi, like, I understand the not wanting to make the playoffs so that changes happen. I get that. But I also want a Stanley Cup so bad for McDavid. But again, we'll see. That's true, Adonis. Yeah. I need 9 more to hit. Wait, what? Were you betting on how much ice time he would get? What? Is that a thing? Should have known that. This game's not over, folks. The Oilers have a lot to say about how this one's going to end. There's 42 seconds left here in the period. Here's Kucherov with a shot. Sharp angle. Good save by Connor Ingram. And here comes McDavid with speed. Almost got by McDonough. He threw the puck into the middle of the ice. I didn't like that pass from McDavid. And now here come the Lightning. Kucherov. He'll bring it in. Nice back check by Nugent Hopkins. Ekholm steals the puck. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He'll skate it in. Drops it to McDavid across the ice. Here's Bouchard with a shot. And Hyman deflects it towards the net. I think he probably had time to actually shoot, and he chose to just kind of direct it to the net. But either way, Vasilevsky with a really good pad save there. And the Oilers are down by 2 heading to the third period. That is incredibly frustrating because, like I said, I do think the Oilers haven't played poorly here. They didn't capitalize on chances. No, I don't think so, Liam. The Oilers had a 5-on-3 for a minute and 20 seconds and couldn't score a goal. That's 100% on the Oilers, not on the refs. Getting Vasilevsky, yeah. The pretend I do not see emoji. I love that one. Oh boy, folks. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with this team, man? Going 2-2 on the homestand, is that acceptable? Is 2-2 on a 4-game homestand this late in the season acceptable? That's going to be a question we're going to be asking. Yo, and David with the $5 super chat. I shut the game off. I'm done. This team is managed like beer league team. Coach sucks. Manager sucks. The players are playing bad to get rid of Knob. I don't know if I can agree with all of that, but I do appreciate the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, David. I understand the frustration, though. They're an incredibly frustrating team to watch and deal with right now. Simple hockey is not simple for the Oilers. Nope. I'm not saying the refs are good, Liam. I wasn't trying to say that. I was just trying to say that the Oilers had chances and they couldn't bury. But there's still 20 minutes to go. You think McDavid will ever feel the glory of holding the cup with the Oilers? Yes. I do think he will. McDavid passed his prime. He's like in the middle of his prime. Leads the league in scoring. Probably going to average like 120 points a year for the next couple of seasons. Another fight. That's what I'm thinking, right? Third period. If the Oilers get down by another goal, I want to see this team just go down swinging, man. I don't care what the penalty summary is by the end of this game. If you're going to go down swinging. Yep, McDavid hit a post. Bouchard hit a post. Someone else hit a post. I think the Oilers have hit at least 3 posts tonight. Raiders of the Lost Ark is on. 5-on-3 gave me gold medal PTSD. I know. Have I ever seen or been to a Comets game? No, I haven't been to a Fort Wayne Comets game. I live in Canada. I don't live near the Fort Wayne area, but it'd be pretty cool to go to one. How's Jarventi look so far? He didn't get a lot of ice time that period. He just hasn't had a lot of ice time. We're actually going to take a look at the box score summary here. McDavid does have a goal, -1. He's played 13:50 time on ice. Hyman, 12:24. Nugent Hopkins, 12:15. Jarventi has played 5:17. Jones has played 6:38. Szymanski's played 7:07. Hey, Falk, how you doing? I'm doing well. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Kucherov's ahead of McDavid now. He has 3 points. Yeah, exactly, Knobloch. Yep. They don't get the cap space savings this season. It'll be next season. This summer, they have $20 million in cap space to work with. Emerson's only played 9:07. Wallman's played 10:42. Bouchard's played 17:4. See, you can't have this. 17:45 for one player and only 9 minutes for another defenseman. That type of discrepancy is too much. You got to balance the time on ice a little bit more, in my opinion. Murphy, of course, only played 10:48 because he was in the box. He had 5 minutes for fighting, so. Mostly light. I thought the Oilers were pretty engaged that period. Bouchard took a hit from behind. McDavid stepped in. The team stepped in to, protect him. Tried to get a couple fights going. You had a Podkolzin fight, Cirelli. You had Murphy go with Holmberg. I thought that, their emotional level, the life is there. The life is there. But the results are not there for the team right now. Are we a 2-player team? Always have been. That meme with the astronauts in space. Wait, we're just a 2-player team? And then the astronaut behind him with a gun pointing at him. He's like, always have been. If anyone gets that meme, I'm just yapping. I'm just talking out of my ass now. 3 times $20 million extension this season. Oh my God. Fleecy Wood. The kids get it. The Oilers have always had just horrific management from top to bottom. Yeah. All right, folks. Well, if you want to manifest a comeback in the third period, if you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, hit the like button or hit the dislike button if you really just, I don't know. All engagement is good engagement. I don't know. If you're a hater, you can hit the dislike button. I would prefer the like button, though. The advanced stats show that Tampa Bay has had the better chances. They would be winning 63% of the time if this game was played 1,000 times. Expected goals in all situations, 2.51 to 1.83 in favor of Edmonton. A lot of these chances were on the 5-on-3. If we go 5-on-5, it's very even. This is a pretty even game at 5-on-5. Pretty even, not too crazy, right? Tampa had a lot of looks. Cirelli was just able to whack away at a puck 5 times on Tampa's first goal. But the all situations, Tampa has the edge. Their power play, really, really solid. Hey, we're at 102 likes. Oh, that's perfect. Well, thank you all so much. We hit our goal of 100, and that's all I can ask for. Look at McDavid in the expected goals for department tonight. 22.81%. Not good enough. Adam Henrique's goated. He has the highest expected goals for on the team for Edmonton right now. That's amazing. Good for Rico. Good for Rico. Did I already give my thoughts on Draisaitl's comments in Munich? I did on Twitter today. I'm concerned that his injury is worse than what's being presented by Bowman, but we'll see. What's Ingram's next contract as he's making $1 million until July? I would like to see them try and re-sign Ingram. If you can get him for about $2.5 million per for like one more year, or like 2 times 2.5, I think that would be super fair. See what he's got. See if he can give you quality starts like he has this season. The player that they're going to have to figure out this summer is going to be Tristan Jarry. Yeah, Jarventi has not looked out of place. I'd like to see him get a little bit more ice time, though. Sportsnet still hasn't shown how Nurse did the... I know, Shannon. I know. They wouldn't show it. All I saw at the time was Podkolzin and Nurse hit Brandon Hagel into the boards. I did not see an elbow or a shoulder make contact with Hagel's face. But again, I didn't see the replay. They didn't show it. Do you have... I do have some superstitions. Some of my... If any of you watching me watch the hockey guy, he's kind of gone through some of his superstitions and things that he doesn't do as a fan just because he thinks it's bad luck. And again, I don't... But one of my superstitions is... like when the team's winning, I don't change the attire, like my game day attire, whatever the team won in, like I will wear that, like the same hat and the same jersey for their next game. That's like usually one of them. Why is Nurse doing a play where a teammate is already doing? Yeah, Nurse, he likes to get involved. He likes to have friends, right? What is my least favorite player in Tampa Bay? Least favorite player on the Lightning? Probably Kucherov. Probably Kucherov, if I'm going to be honest. If Corey Perry hadn't played with Edmonton for a couple of years and wasn't as good as and effective as he was, I'd probably say Corey Perry. I hated Perry before the Oilers had him. Sens fans were chanting, "You need Marner" versus... Oh my God, that is savage, dude. I love that. Make Nurse great again. How about make Nurse competent again? I don't know if he's ever been like great, but competent. Can we get to that competent level? It's funny too, because I don't think Nurse has actually had a bad game. I think he's been totally fine tonight. Hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah, have Cooch in fantasy, so I hate him, but I also win, so you got to love him too. I would like, if the Oilers signed Rozovic to less than $4 million per season, I would be okay with it. If it was like $4 million a year for like 2 years, sure, have at it. What my concern is, Rozovic is going to ask for $5 or more million per season for like 4 or 5 years. They can't do it. I don't think that would be the right decision. Oh, one of the reasons why I dislike Kucherov so much is because of how good he is. But I respect it. Another Pacific Division master. Yeah, nobody wants it. Nobody in the Pacific Division wants it, dude. Oh my God. I have to show everyone the out-of-town scoreboard. The Pacific Division is absolute ass, bro. Vancouver lost, right? Seattle lost in regulation. The LA Kings lost in regulation. San Jose lost in regulation. The Golden Knights lost in regulation. And now the Oilers are losing. Like, the Pacific Division is legitimately pure ass. ASS, capital ASS. Terrible. Just a terrible, terrible hockey division this year. It's so bad. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but the Pacific was pretty decent. I love my terrible division. I love it because the Oilers are only in a playoff spot because of how bad the Pacific is. Yeah, a little bit more puck luck would be nice. Again, they've hit 3 or 4 posts, and that's not ideal. Do I think Freddie would have fought? Yeah, if Frederick was healthy and in the lineup, he would have went with someone for sure. Yeah, I think the number for the Pacific Division, like they're probably guaranteed to make the playoffs if they get like 87 or 88 points. That's probably going to be the number. That's horrible. Was it last year Calgary missed the playoffs and they had 96 points? 96 points missed the playoffs last season for the Calgary Flames. The Oilers, like 96 points is going to win the Pacific Division this year, let alone finishing wherever other teams finish. All right, but I am going to take a break here. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. Enjoy hanging out with Chair for a few minutes. I will be right back. We'll see how the team does in the third period. Maybe they manifest a comeback. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Have to see how it all unfolds. So enjoy Chair for a few minutes, all right? Alrighty. How are we doing? Are we coming back? Is it over? Is it so over, or are we so back? What are we thinking, folks? Over? Oh, no. Extensions. I like that. It's a good one. If the Oilers come back, you'll give 5 more memberships. I'll hold you to it. Just kidding. There's nothing I can do. Makes $2 million? Okay, gotcha. Well, and isn't Utah retaining some salary this season too? Cam with the $5 super chat. Oilers make you so mad because the Canucks and Flames can beat the Panthers, but the Oilers are... I don't think they're scared of Florida. I think there's a mental aspect to it, but also I don't know why they couldn't play with emotion against the Panthers. You can ban. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ban you. Never again in your lifetime. Well, unless you're like 99 years old, I think they'll be okay. Hopefully, maybe. I could be just huffing copium. Who knows? What's going on, Gord? Yeah, the Pacific Division is, they're having some troubles this season. That's for sure. Did I see Matheson asking Jarventi about his stick length? What? No, I didn't see that. Did he actually? Is that actually something that Matheson asked a player? Come on. No, there's no way. Remember when we won 16 in a row? I do remember that. Boy, oh boy, good times, huh? Sky was the limit. The vibes were off the charts. Some of the best vibes of all time as a fan. There's a shot towards the goal. That hit the outside of the net and popped up high. Savoy on the forecheck out there with Szymanski and Rosdovic. Puck is going to be sent up the ice. Here's Holmberg. Sends the puck in deep. Wallman getting into it a little bit with Holmberg there. Oh no, I don't think Reeves is the answer. Reeves can't even play hockey. I don't mind having guys that can fight, but I need someone that can also do anything else other than fight. Good for Reeves. He made a career out of it, but I don't think Reeves is what this team would have needed personally. Here's a play in front, saved by Ingram, and then the puck went just wide of the net. An immersion. Welcome to the locker room. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Enjoy your badge. Enjoy your custom emotes that you can use on my videos in the comment section or during live streams. So thank you so much. He's not leaving this off season. I'm not entertaining that conversation. Here's a shot from distance, and Vasilevsky will hold on to that one, whistle, and draw in the offensive zone coming up. If Tom Wilson was available, depending what they were asking for him, yeah, I would have loved Tom Wilson on Edmonton. That would have been great. Standing up for each other doesn't get you points, it seems. Sadly, no, but at least they're standing up for each other. It shows that they do care. I'd rather them stand up for each other and throw fists and lose than just let teams walk all over them. And I'm as the same. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. That's wild. Here's Bouchard. He'll send the puck across to Ekholm. He'll send that puck in deep. Dickinson can't come up with it. Backhanded. Kept alive by Ekholm. Hey, sounds good. Sounds good, JS. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be feeling a little bit better. And who knows? Maybe the team does come back and win tonight. Hey, what's going on, Coolistic? Needed to upgrade the chair. There you go. Yep. Got to use the this chair emote. I like it. Valid reason to become a member of the channel. Thank you. Am I nervous at our chances to make the playoffs? Not nervous at the chances to make the playoffs, but I am nervous at their chances to do any damage in the playoffs. This team has like first round exit written all over them. Is Kucherov playing right now? Yes. He has 3 points, and he's overtaken the NHL scoring lead. Can I link you? My Spotify is... There's a link to like the podcast that I upload in the description of the live stream. Unless you want my playlists, in which case I don't really have a playlist to share, I don't think. Here's a puck towards Hagel. Hagel into the middle for Point. Point, he's being tied up. Nice play by Max Jones, and that puck does come out. The Oilers are going to come up with it. Here's Jarventi now. He's going to get checked off the puck. Puck goes behind the Tampa Bay net. Jarventi again on the forecheck. And here's Radish now. He'll reset. How do you become a member? There should be like a button that kind of looks like a little dollar sign. If you click that, you can like, there's like membership, gifting, super chat. Oh wait, hold on. I actually don't know how to do it on the browser. I think there's just a button somewhere. If you're on a web browser, it'll say become a member somewhere. I don't actually know though. It's been a while since I've done it. Like just as like a viewer of another channel. Here's the puck sent in deep. Savoy will chase after it. Savoy against Radish. Can't come up with the puck. Moser up the left wing. Yes, there's a join button. A join button. That's right. See, I'm bad. I don't even know how the mechanics work on YouTube to get people to become a member. It's funny. Here's Szymanski. He'll enter the Lightning zone. Shot attempt. Doesn't make it to the net. Here's Podkolzin now. He'll grab it. Podkolzin, right circle. Down low. Cycles it. Here's, oh man, that puck goes off of Dickinson's stick, and Wallman did a good job to get that puck to Dickinson, but I don't know. Dickinson maybe needs to tape that stick up again. Get that puck to stick to it. Here's Dickinson with a wraparound attempt. Kapanen can't come up with it. And here comes Girgensons against Dickinson. Girgensons forces Dickinson to play the puck around the boards along the half wall. Kapanen out of his reach. Here's Tampa now. Tampa doing a lot of puck managing here, and the Oilers can't really seem to get anything set up at the moment. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He's going to get pressured. Puck into the feet of Kapanen, and the Lightning are going to grab it once again. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll play it to Ekholm. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard into the middle. Tampa stole it for a moment. It's going to be taken by Nugent Hopkins. General playoff predictions. This is the first time I'm really keeping up with the regular season, so I'm curious. I think your cup contenders are Tampa Bay, Carolina, Dallas, Colorado. I think those are like your main cup contenders. Now, I'm not putting Buffalo in that conversation because this is their first time in the playoffs in 16 years. So do I think Buffalo can go on a deep run? Absolutely. But your usual contending teams are Colorado, Dallas, Tampa, Carolina. Yeah. Maybe Minnesota. They've been playing not so great lately. Minnesota's interesting. Do you know the Minnesota Wild in their entire history as a franchise have scored one single goal in the conference final? They've only made the conference final once, and they scored one goal in 4 games. I don't know about the Oilers, man. I don't know if the Oilers have it this year. I mean, as a fan, I want them to win, but it's a wild stat for the Minnesota Wild. Huh? Waka waka. Puck behind the Oilers net. Murphy trying to grab it. Comes to Nugent Hopkins. He'll give it to Nurse. Darnell Nurse with some speed. And I mean, that's just one of the worst passes I've ever seen in my life from Darnell Nurse. He wasn't even close to Zach Hyman's stick at all. And the Lightning are going to skate it back and send it deep into that actually hit the linesman. So the puck will not go in the Oilers zone. Here's Max Jones. He'll try and chip it in against McDonough. Stolen. Here's a shot by Jarventi. Just missed the net. Jones can't come up with it. Oh, man. Glorious chance for Jarventi, and now Bjorkstrand on transition. He'll spin away from a check from Bouchard. He'll come to McDonough with a shot. Blocked by Henrique. Here's Bjorkstrand. Shot from the blue line. Goes wide of the net. Kingram will go 16-0. Oh, no. Here's Jarventi with a high flip down the ice. Max Jones trying to come up with it, but he will get beat. Vasilevsky plays it around. Here's Ty Emberson now. He's going to step into the middle, and Rosvik was covered by a couple of Lightning. Here's Adam Henrique. Rosvik knocked down. Tampa with a high flip into the Oilers zone. Here's Savoy. He can't grab it. Lilleberg can't come up with it. Szymanski trying to grab it. Along the half wall. Szymanski can't grab it. Puck towards the net. Oh, my God. How did that go in? The Oilers get a goal. Is it Szymanski? Whose goal is it? The puck they were fighting for it along the half wall, and it rolled towards Vasilevsky, and it just trickled in. I don't even know what I just saw. Szymanski and Rosvik were fighting for it. Puck was along the wall. It was chipped back by the Tampa forward. How does that go in? Bjorkstrand put it towards his own net, and then Lilleberg couldn't grab it, and that beat Vasilevsky. What on earth what is that goal? Oh my goodness. Sometimes the best goalies in the world give up some stinkers. I don't know who's going to get credit for that goal. That is hysterical. It's an own goal on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Oilers are within one. My God, man. What on earth? Sure, you know what? Some luck. Let's take it. The team needs some luck. They hit 3 posts in the second period, so the luck is evened out now. No Clue with the 5 gifted memberships. Cookie Monster, Ninja, Crazy Bruh, Shaq, and Joshua get the memberships. I hope you enjoy your custom emotes, the badge next to your name, highlighted comments. I hope you enjoy. Thank you, No Clue, for the 5 gifted memberships on that as well. Now they're giving the goal to Josh Szymanski. His first career National Hockey League goal is an own goal by the Lightning. They've credited Szymanski is what I should say. They've credited Szymanski. I don't know if he's going, like at the end of the night, if he's going to be the one that keeps the credit for the goal, but that is hysterical. Yo, Thunders with the gifted membership as well. Andre Habs gets a membership from Thunders. Thank you so much. All the newest members of the channel, if you did get a gifted membership tonight, or if you became a member, you do get custom emotes that you can use during live streams in the live chat. You can also post them as a comment on any video that I upload, so that's always fun. You also get a badge next to your name. I am working on custom badges, by the way. I am working on custom badges. Yo, Cookie, Cookie's got to calm down. Cookie has to calm down, folks. Throw pucks at Vasilevsky. He might be rattled. That would rattle me if I was a goalie. That's some kind of like EA nonsense. Like that's a goal where if I was playing goalie in EA Sports Hockey League, EA SHL, like that's the type of goal that would make me probably throw my controller out the window and never play again. Too funny. All right, folks, smash that like button. This game is far from over. There is 12:17 to go here in the third period. I was lost in the sauce. That's so funny. Yeah, it is Szymanski's goal. Szymanski was the last Oiler to touch it, so they are going to give it to Szymanski. That is just hysterical, man. Bjorkstrand tried to play it back to Lilleberg. It bounced over his stick, and then it bounced over the stick of Vasilevsky, too. That is just an unbelievable goal against, man. Oh, my goodness. Here's Murphy behind his net. Murphy skates it in front of his net. Oh, that's sketchy, man. Here's Bud Colson to Dickinson. He'll try and find Murphy. Want to know what? What was the question, Coolistic? Did I miss it? If I get a membership, do I stay a member? No, you would have to like renew it, but you're not forced to renew it, right? You'll be prompted. Here's Kapanen with a shot that goes off the outside of the post. Vasilevsky held his corner there. Murphy, another shot towards the net. Rebound in front. Kapanen can't come up with it. Puck bouncing around. Kapanen doing a good job on the forecheck here. And Tampa going to send that down the ice, and that's got to be delay of game. Tampa Bay just shot that out of play. That has to be delay of game. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it went into the bench. I think it went into the bench. We're good. False alarm. It'll make the highlight reel. So, yeah, high flip, and yeah, that went into the Oilers bench. Did not go out of play. Or it didn't go into the stands is what I'm trying to say. Catch you next seasoning. Off the face-off. Oilers can't come up with it. Here's Hyman to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins cycles the puck behind the Lightning goal. Ekholm's going to activate. Bouchard in the neutral zone. Puck over his stick. He does get the play or the puck into the neutral zone, and McDavid will chase after it. McDavid's going to get pressured. He plays it back to Bouchard, and the Oilers are going to reset. Here's Connor McDavid with the puck. Neutral zone. Skates through a couple defenders. Here comes McDavid. He's stick handling, looking to center behind the net. Walks out in front. Gives it to Ekholm with a shot, and he shot that probably 5 feet over the net. Oh, and Matthias Ekholm. That was a good setup by Connor McDavid, and Matthias Ekholm just shot it a little bit high there. Here's Nugent-Hopkins down the ice. That is too far for Hyman to get to, and that is icing. Nice job by McDavid, though, on the forecheck there. Good setup to Ekholm. And okay, well, he didn't miss the net by 5 feet, but it did go over the net from Ekholm, that shot attempt. Too funny. 10:35 to go here in the third period. I do have chat hidden, by the way, during play so that I don't get spoiled of potential plays or goals. Defensive zone draw. Oilers win it. Bouchard around the boards. Hyman's not there. Kept in by Moser. Here's Hagel, centering attempt through the crease. Kucherov to Radish with a shot, and that goes wide of the net. Puck bounces around on Moser. Checked by Hyman. Bouchard trying to get it up the ice. He can't. Braden Point with it, with a shot, and a good save by Connor Ingram. And the top line for the Oilers kind of hemmed in a little bit here. Here's Ekholm. He'll give it to McDavid now. McDavid with some speed, trying to get through a couple checks. McDavid walks it into the middle of the ice. Into the center. Here's Wallman with a shot, and a good save by Vasilevsky on Jake Wallman. So 9:59 to go here. The Oilers, they got a fluky one to get within one. Josh Szymanski's first career National Hockey League goal is what's going to be credited here on an own goal by the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's one of the ugliest, worst goals I've ever seen in my life, but we'll take it. And Szymanski will take it too. Feel a Henrique goal coming up? Maybe. We take the lucky bounces, though. The Oilers don't seem to have a lot of puck luck sometimes, so I'll take a little bit of puck luck over no puck luck. Feel a Boosh bomb coming? I hope so. Also, there are over 250 people tuning in right now. Thank you all so much, as always, for your support. Just under 10 minutes to go in the third period. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, we are climbing very close to 10,000 subscribers. We are likely going to hit 10,000 subscribers by the time the playoffs start. And I've got so many things planned. I've got giveaways planned to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. It's going to be an absolute blast. So keep an eye out for future announcements the closer we get to that. Oh, I will be doing another playoff pool as well. I'll be doing a playoff hockey pool. Top prize will be some sort of giveaway. I'm not sure what the giveaway is going to be yet, but the winner of the playoff pool, again, once we get closer, right, the bracket challenge thing, once we get closer to the playoffs, I'll have more to announce. But earlier this season, we gave away a hat or a couple hats. Last year, the hockey pool winner won a jersey, so that was pretty cool. For 10K, get 10 people on a video and let them each ask one question one-on-one. I'd love to do like a community night, just in general. I think that'd be really fun. So the winner of the hockei pool, I gave them the choice of any jersey from any team that they wanted with any player. And they went with a Jack Eichel Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Not the jersey I would have gone, and here's a play in front. Szymanski had a chance, but he couldn't get the shot off. Puck kind of bounced on his backhand there. Here are the Lightning. I'll answer more questions once there's a pause in the action here. Here's Girgensons. He'll walk into the Oilers zone. Puck is behind the net. Emerson goes in to grab it. Girgensson checks him. Wallman in a fight for it. Wallman tying up his man. Puck centered across the ice. Backhand on the outside of the post there. I saw the net ripple. I was really scared that somehow went in. Here's a shot from the point, and that goes wide. Here's Yanni Gordon now. He'll cycle it down low. Around the boards. Picked up. And another shot attempt by Gordon. That went like way wide. He healed that one. Jack Rozovic, he'll just chip that puck out of trouble. The Oilers are going to try and make a change on the fly here. Good stick by Savoy to prevent. Oh, no, the puck's bouncing around. Oh, the Oilers almost just had an own goal. Puck bounced around in the crease around Connor Ingram. Luckily, that did not go in. He didn't know where it was. Oh, my God. If we saw 2 own goals in the same game, that would have been absolutely wild. Here's Hagel now. He'll center it. Here's a shot off the outside of the post by the Lightning. Darnell Nurse now. The Oilers got to relax here. They just got to slow things down a little bit. Nurse off the boards to Murphy. Murphy, he'll play it up to Dickinson, I think, took a hit there. Kapanen will chase after it against Radish. Here's Moser now. 8:20 to go here in the third. Oilers were down 3-1 heading to the third. Here's Nick Paul to Brandon Hagel. Hagel across the ice. Zach Hyman off the bench trying to get around his check. Here's Bud Colson. Oh, he tried to find McDavid there with some speed. It went through McDavid's stick. Tampa Bay will send that puck into the neutral zone. Top line out for Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins for the Oilers. He'll send the puck in. He'll chase after it. Moser. Checked for a moment. Nugent Hopkins trying to give it to McDavid. McDavid on his backhand. He throws a hit on Kucherov. Kucherov comes away with the puck, though. And here's Gonsalves. Loses it to Nugent Hopkins, to Ekholm. Ekholm to McDavid. McDavid, what a chip play. Man, if he had gotten that to himself, that would have been wild. Oh, and here's a turnover. Here's Hyman. He's trying to send it back door to McDavid. I wish Hyman would have just tried to rifle that puck. Here's a shot attempt. That goes off the leg, and the Lightning are going to skate this up the ice. Might have a chance here. Bjorkstrand, nice poke check by Evan Bouchard. Bouchard now on his backhand. He'll try and skate it up the ice. Hyman to the boards. Oilers looking to make a change. And there's a Lightning player that got hit in the face with a stick. No penalty. And McDavid trying to stick handle again through a couple defenders, and he loses possession. Puck sent around the boards by Darnell Nurse. Here's Jarventi. He'll send it in deep. Max Jones. Adam Henrique chases after it. Here's Jarventi. He'll give that puck to Henrique. Henrique, no goal since October 23rd. Would love to see him get off the schneid. Murphy to Jarventi. Jarventi protects along the wall. He's trying to get the puck into an area for a teammate, but he's going to get pushed out of the zone. Nurse with a hard rim deep. Nobody there for the Oilers to grab it. Puck off the stick of Savoy, and that goes out of play. So there's 6:20 to play here in the third. What's up, Dola? Yeah, it's very expensive. Almost every single jersey that I own has been a gift. I think there's only one or two jerseys that I've actually purchased myself. Every jersey that I own is mostly just been a gift, usually at Christmas from a family member. Offensive zone face-off. Szymanski can't come up with the puck. Tampa off the glass. Puck will come to Wallman. He'll play it across to Ty Emberson. Emberson through the neutral zone, but nobody on Edmonton can grab it. Cameraman didn't know where the puck was. Here's Emberson. The puck will come to Ingram, and he's going to hang on to that. And Emberson, he took Holmberg into the boards there, and Gergensen comes to have a conversation. Szymanski getting involved now. I don't think there's too much rough stuff happening, though. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of subscribers and members this live stream. It's been a lot of fun. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. I hope you've been having as much fun as I've been having doing the live stream for you. So I try and stream as often as I can. During the playoffs, I stream every single game, unless I go to a game, which I'm planning on going to at least one at some point. Don't know when, though. Can we get a cat cam? Unfortunately, I have no cats in the room with me right now. If there's a cat that comes in the room, we try and get a cat cam on them, but the cats seem to avoid me during games these days. They avoid me until the game is over, I should say. Here's Kapanen now. Sends the puck in deep. Puck is sent back into the neutral zone. The Oilers haven't been able to muster too much since they got that lucky own goal to get within one. Here's Kapanen into the middle. Dickinson with a shot, and that goes over the net. It was kind of on edge, kind of a knuckle puck. And Gonzalez will send the puck down the ice. Darnell Nurse is going to reset. He'll give that puck to Murphy. Murphy to Nurse. And Tampa Bay, they're just hanging back here, defending. See if the Oilers can take advantage of this. Bud Colson tried to find McDavid. Looks like Bud Colson was out with McDavid for a second there. Here's Bouchard. The Oilers have 3 shots on goal this entire period. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll try and find McDavid. McDavid, he's checked off the puck. Nugent Hopkins in to support. Hyman comes up with it. Hyman trying to center it in front, and a good defensive play. Kucherov sends it down the ice. Here's Bouchard off the boards. Ekholm can't come up with it. Nugent Hopkins trying to chip it past Hagel. Hagel does a good job to keep that alive. Here's Braden Point now against Nugent Hopkins. Point, he's going to get checked. Ekholm can't come up with it. Hagel play it back to McDonough. McDonough down low into the corner. Braden Point, he's being roughed up a little bit by Bouchard. And here's a play in front, and Kucherov scores. Absolutely horrific giveaway. 4-point night for Kucherov, and yeah, this game's over. Just a terrible, terrible giveaway. That puck came in front. Nobody had Kucherov. He beat Ingram over the blocker. Yikes. The Oilers, by the way, 3 shots on goal this entire third period. So Point again. Nice job by Bouchard to take Point out of the play. Nugent Hopkins loses it to Hagel. And then Ekholm's also behind the net. Nobody had Kucherov. Right? Nugent Hopkins came down low, and then Ekholm. Where's Ekholm going? Yo, Ekholm. Where you going, bro? Where are you going, Ekholm? Nugent Hopkins showing some frustration there as well. He chased behind the net. Ekholm wasn't in a position to defend, and that top line for Edmonton exposed once again. Brutal. So you had Bouchard stand around on 2 of Tampa's goals. You've had Ekholm stand around on 1 of Tampa's goals. When your top defense pair is not very good, and there's a penalty coming up to the Lightning here. The Oilers are at least going to get a chance to get within 1 again. So the Oilers do have a power play. Yeah, it was a high stick here on number 28 on the Lightning. So the Oilers are going to have a power play after the commercial break, but we need an off season. It's tough because players don't see it that way. I know the fans do. I understand that sentiment. And yeah, McDavid's been struggling, man. McDavid has been struggling. Oh, if the Oilers miss the playoffs, I would expect wholesale changes because that would be completely unacceptable in McDavid and Draisaitl's primes. It would be completely unacceptable for that to happen. I don't think Pickard is the answer, Kurt. I don't think Pickard realistically would be doing much better. That's all I'm going to say. But if y'all want to see what's going on in this third period, the Oilers have been behind in the entire third. They have 3 shots on goal, and the only goal that they scored in the third was an own goal by the Lightning. Like, you cannot win hockey games if you are not getting traffic and pucks to the net, man. Brutal. I don't know if Pickard is. Not this season, at least. Pickard did struggle a lot this season. Wait, Tampa Bay got the power play? Jones got a hooking penalty. I thought it was a high stick on the Lightning. What on earth? Never mind. I thought that was a high stick on Tampa. My bad. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I thought there was a high stick. A stick came up and hit Emerson in the face. I thought Tampa was getting a penalty there, but no, Max Jones got a penalty for hooking. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Interesting. And of course, Sportsnet. Great job, Rogers. Sportsnet doesn't actually even show the penalty ever. They didn't show Darnell Nurse's headshot on Hagel earlier. They're not showing the Jones penalty either. Well, yeah, Tampa with the power play here. For the next minute and 13 seconds, Kapanen steals it, trying to put it into the middle for Dickinson, and Tampa Bay is going to reset. That's what I saw too. I saw the replay of the high stick. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are. Did they show the hook? I didn't see the hooking call. Oh, well, we're not going to pull the goalie because we're down a man, right? Oh, and here's a 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Here's Kapanen with Bouchard. Kapanen walks in and doesn't even get a shot off. You have 3 shots on goal the whole third period. You're down by 2. You have a 2-on-1 and you're not shooting the puck, bro. What is wrong with you? Perry across the ice. Here's a shot by Kucherov, and he puts that over the net. Oh, this team is so ridiculous. What are you doing? God. Here's Nick Paul now. He'll play that on the right side to Gonzalez. Nick Paul trying to center it. Murphy does a good job checking him off the puck. And that's going to be sent down the ice. The Oilers have made the kill. Good for them. Good penalty kill. They're still down by 2 with 2:06 to play. As soon as Edmonton gets the puck, they will try and pull the goalie. And here's an offside on Tampa. And Moser goes down. He's frustrated. But the Lightning have a 2-goal lead here. The refs weren't ideal, but it's not why Edmonton's losing. I'll just say that. The Oilers had a 5-on-3 for a minute and 15 seconds and didn't score. That, to me, is kind of the turning point of the game. And then Tampa gets a shorthanded goal. So, that to me was the real turning point of this one. Here's Ekholm to Nugent Hopkins. He'll send the puck in deep. Oilers probably going to pull the goalie, I would imagine. Yeah, the goalie is pulled here for Edmonton. High flip into the neutral zone, and the puck was flipped very high. Here's Evan Bouchard. Sends the puck deep into the Lightning zone. The Oilers are going to come up with it first, and a good stick by the Lightning. Puck down the ice by McDonough, and not icing. I thought that was going to be icing. Here's McDavid with speed. Skates through a couple of defenders. Trying to get a shot. Oh, my God. What a play by... How did McDavid not score? That is unbelievable. Here's Nugent Hopkins. That would have been goal of the year if McDavid put that in the net. Here's McDavid with the puck now. Right circle. Bouchard with a shot and a good save by Vasilevsky. I have no idea how McDavid did not score on that. That is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. And Vasilevsky said, nope. That is an unbelievable individual effort from McDavid. Look at what he did, and he could not put that in. That is insane. What a save by Vasilevsky, man. Like I said, this is the difference between a team with an elite goaltender and a team with just average goaltending or below average goaltending. Again, this game's not on Connor Ingram, by the way. Vasilevsky has aura. Elite goalies make key saves at key times of hockey games. That is correct. Yeah, the Oilers called a timeout. They're going to draw up a play. Just pass it around the perimeter for the next minute. Kill the clock. Great play. Well, despite the fact that Edmonton, unless there's like a miracle here, but despite the loss, I hope you at least had fun during the live stream. I feel like my live streams are cursed now. This team doesn't seem to win very often when I stream anymore, so... Here's McDavid. He'll take the face off. Empty net for Edmonton. 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. I don't think that's an appropriate joke. And there's a hit from behind, and there's a penalty on Tampa here. So the Oilers are going to have a power play. It's going to be 6-on-4 for 50 seconds. It's been a laugh for tonight. Thanks for fun. Hey, no, thank you for a fun night. Oh, look at Cernak. Cernak with a hit from behind there. So it's a 6-on-4 for the Oilers. I imagine Jari probably gets the next start against Utah. Probably. Because I think Knobloch, personally, Don, I think Knobloch was carried by Glenn Gulletson and Paul Coffey. We've seen Knobloch this season not know how to adjust. He constantly shuffles the lines. It's just, and that's a bad giveaway by Nugent Hopkins. Puck sent down the ice, and that is a 5-2 goal for the Lightning with 31 seconds to go. Sorelli with the goal. Look at the Lightning fans. Oh my goodness. They paid a premium price for those seats and they got their money's worth. Look at John Cooper with the smile. A live bang with the 279. Thank you so much. Fire Knob immediately. I would do it, honestly. I would legitimately fire him. I wanted to fire him in October and the fans were all over me for it. How many is that? I don't even want to know, man. I don't even want to know how many blowouts it's been. For the fan reaction, by the way, if you're still tuning in right now, there will be a post-game fan reaction video after this game, probably in the next couple hours or so. I will be looking at how many blowouts have happened on home ice for the Oilers this season. A blowout is what I define as losing by 3 or more goals, because it's been a lot. It has been way too many. I missed your chat. Hold on. Oh, no. Oilers. Yeah, it's a brutal, brutal game. Mercifully, the game ends. Mercifully. Thank God. Thank God the game ended. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss, Gord? It's never too late. Exactly. It's never too late to fire the coach. Never. Never too late. How many shots in the third period? Great question. So the Oilers entered the third period down. They mustered 5 shots on goal the whole third period. 5 shots on goal the entire third period, folks. Yep. You're going to win a lot of hockey games doing that. Oh, come on. We're not putting the blame on Ingram tonight, are we? Kucherov with the breakaway. 2 goals where literally the defense are staring at a player just whacking away at the puck in front of the net. No, they won't. Jeff Jackson hired Knobloch. I bet even if Bowman wanted to fire him, I bet he's not allowed. Just plain and simple. Yeah, every team in the Pacific lost. Every single team in the Pacific lost. Is it a structural issue or individual issue? They have individual mistakes that lead to goals against. My issue with the team is that they're too predictable in their breakouts, and teams have the book on them. And Knobloch, all he does is shuffle his lines, and it's just not working anymore. But yeah, GG's, Lightning fans. Hey, GG's, firm handshakes through the screen. As always, the virtual handshakes. GG's, good game. Fan reaction will be up in the next couple of hours. I'm going to get that recorded. And another loss for Edmonton, where they gained no ground on anyone in the Pacific after a night where everyone else in the Pacific lost. This team just refuses. They just refuse. That's all I'll say. Smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed. Daily content here on the YouTube channel. We'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone. I do have to do individual shout-outs, by the way. Individual shout-outs. Hold on. I gotta make sure that I don't miss anyone, right? So, Human Notes with the $2 super chat, David with the 10, Helen with the 10, Everett with a gifted membership, Inkanu with the gifted membership, David with the 5, Cam with the 5, Immersion became a member, No Clue 5 gifted memberships, Thunder with the gifted membership, Alive Bang with the $2.79, No Clue with the $2. And I just want to make sure that I'm giving a special shout out to everyone that did support financially. It's not something that I ever asked for, so I do appreciate that. That allows me to keep doing what I do as well, and it helps pay some bills, so I truly appreciate that. Thank you all so much. We'll see you in the fan reaction. I'll see you in tomorrow's Day After discussion, where I'm sure there's going to be lots to talk about, but there's a lot to talk about tonight too. Enjoy your weekend. Sending love. Tell someone you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. We'll see you in the next one, folks. Take care.